go live over here. Boom. Yucca. There we go. I need to do water. That's what I need. Oh shit. Let's go to Tickfinity. Tickfinity and do that. Boom. Easy. Okay, I'm notified. We are up. I'll take two of these. I don't know. We'll see. The hell? Oh. It'll fix itself in a second. Hello, my man. What is up, my man? This YN get what? This YN get f my back before I switch chi. Yeah. What? Hello? In case you didn't know, I only speak English. Switchy, you know, stupid ass. What's up, Grand Dang? How you doing today? How's your day going? How's your day? How's your night? How's your life? How's your strife? How's your wife? How's your knife? How's you doing? Let's see if we can get some peeps up in here. The hell? Blah 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 blue 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 blah 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 blue god. W sentence. Hell yeah. Matter of fact. Good shit, my man. Good shit. Hell yeah. Love to see it. That's probably the most profound thing I've read in the past 2 days. Oh shit, I dropped the fry. I came to TikTok by YouTube notification. Let's go, baby. Let's go, yeah. People are gonna be coming from my Twitter notifications next week. So I'm gonna start streaming over there. And then whenever 30 days or 60 days pass, then I'll stream on YouTube or Instagram. God is everywhere. I don't see him. Can't account for him. Is God just a description of things that are actually around us, or is he a person or being that is actually everywhere? I guess we'll see. No such thing as an ex-Christian. Oh yeah, there is. There is. I'm one. You know? So I don't know what to tell you. I don't know where God is. Ask me and I don't think he's anywhere. Jesus came to me in a dream. He is real. What do you want me to do with that, though? You know? I hear came in a dream, healed my hip. I don't know. Just playing. Got you. What's up? God is everywhere. That's all I'm gonna say. Where is he? Hugh, what's up, Syra? How you doing today? How did you just stop believing in Jesus? I looked at the evidence for its existence and found none of it convincing. That's how I stopped believing in Jesus. God heal my ED. W God. Let's get a W God in the chat. Hell yeah. Hey, do you think? Hey Hugh, do you think Satan is real? No, I don't think Satan's real either. I think Satan's also firstly, it's a title to start there, but even beside the point, like it's some real enemy being. No, I don't believe in it. What made you start believing in him? Way I was raised, born again experience. I got my hair done. Yeah, it's clean. Let's go. Hell yeah. Let's go. What'd you get? Did you get a? I don't know, like hairstyles, a bouffant. I don't know. God stopped me from alcoholism and from smoking. I think that was you that did that. God healed my Christianity. Hell yeah. You don't have to do anything with it. You can choose him as your savior or live apart from him. I choose to live apart from him. It's I don't see any reason to live with him. Satan from Dragon Ball Z. Maybe more real. It's got a form at least. Drew, thank you for the 11 roses. Appreciate you. How you doing today? Hair done, nail done, everything did. Yeah. Praise the Almighty Father. Grand Dane, thank you for the 2 tiny dinies. Rawr, appreciate it. What's up, Aaron? How you doing today? What's up, bro? What's up? How you doing? What about the many testimonies of ex-Satanists? I've heard testimonies from people of all different kinds of religions. It's not really convincing it from the outside in. Grand Dane, thank you for the 10 roses and the 9 roses. So you never really believed, right? I did believe. I'm telling you, I did believe. So if you don't think I did, I don't know what to tell you. Oh, you got it straightened. Oh, okay. I would say your hair is like my sexual orientation, but then it'll be bent a little bit. Without Jesus, how would I get bullied? What? What is this? Chev Elliott, thank you for the follow. You may regret it when you leave this world. I don't do veiled threats. I'm sorry. You know, if I tell you that Goku's gonna come down and Kamehameha you, you wouldn't take me seriously. Conversely, I have no reason to take you saying I'm a, you know, be separated or whatever seriously. God healed my halitosis. No, I think an Altoid did that. I'm good. Doing good, bro. How are you? I'm doing. Hell yeah. Ken, I'm joining. I have some things I want to say. I just started the stream, so I'm trying to get into the swing of things. So yeah, give me a. I don't know. Maybe come back later. Honestly, do you believe in aliens? I do believe in aliens. Yes. No Satan from hell. Oh no, I don't believe in Satan from hell either. I think he's not real. Do you believe in aliens? Have you ever seen one in person? No, I haven't. But mathematically and logically speaking, if life can evolve on one planet and there's like sextillions of planets at least in our universe, it could happen on another. So mathematically and logically speaking, I don't have this mathematical or logical proof for God though. It's funny how the gods keep getting further away until it's now it's supposed to be outside of time. Yeah, exactly. Outside of space and time and logic and anything that you would have to use to account for. You said that the last stream. I'm an atheist too. I'm going through the same thing. Wanted to talk. Oh hell yeah, I'd love to have you up, but I'm kind of getting the swing of things for a minute. Gotta, you know, see what tonight's going like, what the people in are gonna be like, and then like take guess. Will LeBron block the TikTok ban? I doubt it. I doubt it. The king can do a lot, but he can't. I don't know if he can block that one. You know, God made life and beyond. No, I don't. I don't know that. He's just nothing. God is the problem. I agree. I agree. We agree. It's not real, non existent. He isn't. Let's go. They found city lights on a planet. No, they did not. No, I did not. How do you feel about Buddhism? Um, like secular Buddhism is really chill. I think I might end up as a Buddhist or like a Satanist. All right, let's bring this guy up. He already left. Never mind. Too late. Too late. Why do you agree? What do I agree with? What? That God's not real? I don't see any evidence pointing to a God or God figure. If they found a city on a planet, tell me where I need to go there. Yeah, he won't say that though, because it's some Facebook nonsense. They found city lights on a planet. Yeah, just you know, hands on head, mouth wide open, eyes wide open, like with a Fortnite sky in the background. What even is a Satanist? They have their. That's like a philosophy of self-reliance and self-accountability, basically. Let's assume Jesus did in fact die and come back to life. Would you still be an atheist? Probably not. But then that would come down to a lot of different some other issues. I have no reason to believe that if he did exist, though, that he came back from the dead. But have you looked for evidence? Of course I did. I was a Christian for 19 years. What the fuck? Decubabdomnum? What the hello? If evidence of being real not a threat, but you're fine with missing out? Yeah, actually. I actually am. Because if heaven means that I get to be with the people that have sent me death threats, harassed me, threatened me, you know, lie to me constantly, that are disingenuous with me, try to misrepresent me, and do all these horrible things against me and other people, disparage me, invalidate me, dismiss me, I get to be with them for all of eternity, worshiping a God solely for him creating me, then no, I want nothing to do with it. Jesus came back already. Yeah, didn't it say before this generation passes, and that generation is long gone? Heaven's actually horrible. Yeah, it sounds like a nightmare. Hugh, what's up, G2? How you doing? Do you do this every day? I'm gonna be doing it every day for the next 4 days, because I won't be able to stream on TikTok after the 17th. You're not the judge, though. Never said I was. Jesus came in my back. W Jesus, hell yeah. W Jesus. Jesus came in our you know, our brother sister in Christ's back, you know, so let's get a W. Hell yeah. Jesus healed my flatulence. Let's go, baby. We found it. We found Jesus. We found him. What you playing? Soundboard. God is currently in Seoul, South Korea. His name is Jungkook. All right, dude. Enough of you K-pop stands in my goddamn chat. All right, I already got enough of those. Oh, sheesh. Yeah, fucking K-pop BTS people. Did someone say Jungkook? They did say Jungkook. or however you pronounce his name. People that are from fucking Minot, North Dakota, talking some. That's not how you say his name. Is you have to say it like a Korean motherfucker? I am from Michigan. Jesus is the first JoJo. Wait, who was the first JoJo? Not Jonathan, but I can't remember. Jesus Dreist. I don't know. If God was real, would you follow him or no? If it's the Christian God, no, I wouldn't follow him. I prefer Jimin. I prefer none of them. This is why people hate K-pop, right? What city you from? It's just Michigan. You call him Jesus, that's how I know you're lost. Take it up with the other people that call him Jesus. Don't come to me as an atheist who doesn't believe the guy even fucking exists to say, I'm lost while your other Christians are calling him the same thing. You know? God is Hugh? No, the fuck I'm not, man. It's Yahusha. Hey, Goosey Bear, again, take that up with the people who are actually believing in the damn person. I don't believe in him. I don't think he ever existed. That's just me, though. Take it up with everybody else to say, like, oh, you're supposed to pronounce it Yahusha, Yeshua. Like, I couldn't give a shit about how to pronounce your fairy tale character. I'm so sorry. Don't know what to tell you. All right, other Christians that are pronouncing it Jesus. Let me not talk to you guys. Let me talk to the guy that thinks the whole thing is fake. Like, yeah, okay. For sure. Jesus, Joe Star, let's go, baby. Where weren't you a Christian at some point? So didn't you believe in him at some point? I did, yeah. At up until I was around 19, I believed him. And do you only engage in low hanging fruit? That's I don't know if that's on me though, because I don't tell who to come into my chat. I try to get everybody. I pray for your return to true faith. Oh, if that's the case, then I'll be, an atheist. They call him Jesus in church. Are we not supposed to say Jesus? Exactly. Another thing that I can't stand from Christians is that they try to hold me to a different standard than they hold each other. It's like, let it be me going on the stream saying, where's God at? They're like, oh, why are you trying to, you're going to pay for trying to sway people away and influence people, but then let it be a street preacher talking about the 23rd Psalm, and they'll be like, yes, amen, yeah, amen, amen, yas, yas. It's like, goddamn, dude. Let it be me saying the word Jesus. He's like, you're lost. It's pronounced Yahusha. Let it be other Christians saying Jesus. Amen, brother. Amen. Yeah. Yeah. It's like, holy shit. The low-hanging fruit just happens to be everything Christians say in their lives. Yeah, it's not my fault. I'm going to tell you to come here. There's not a single manuscript with Jesus' actual name on it. Yeah. Which is kind of weird considering that, I forget if, it's not Josephus. I think it was Tacitus, who was a senator and would have had access to like Roman archives. Bro, someone better not clip that. Honestly, go for it at this point. You sound very unhappy. I do get a little bit unhappy when people come into my stream being a word I can't say. I finally got to season 2 Squid Game on lazy ass couldn't watch consistently. If you're too lazy to watch a TV show, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Are you the low-hanging fruit for me? I don't know, am I? You guys are idiots. Thank you for your opinion. I disagree with you, but you're funny. Appreciate it. Thanks. Sad because you believe if you're right, it's darkness after you believe. I don't believe it's darkness. I believe it's nothing. Because darkness is something. Think about before you were born, basically. What was that like? It was nothing because you were nothing. Conversely, I was nothing before I was born. I think everything that is that my experiences and that my ability to think and everything that is me dies with my brain. That's not darkness. That's nothing. I like your voice. I appreciate it. Can we switch the prompt? No, I like this one. I like this one. Is the second season of Squid Game already over? I think so. We don't know what Jesus' actual name was because it was only ever written in Greek. Yeah, take that up with the people that believe in him personally. You believe no purpose? Yeah, I don't believe there's an objective purpose to our lives. I think it's up to us as individuals to figure out where our lives are going to be taken. We're the pilots of our own plane, basically. You're just Jelly Matthew? I bet you sound like a rusty sink tap. What the fuck? Hello? Does the experience of nothing mean reality is nothing? I don't think so. Might have to get checked. Read Paleo Hebrew? Why would I do that? Sadly, you are a lost, confused man. May God bless you. Yeah, that's a very loving, non-judgmental thing to say to somebody. Here's your opinion, though. Go for it. You know? I mean, not your opinion, your attention. God, I can't even think of words. Shouldn't have had that beer before the stream. Might have to get checked. What are you getting checked for? Because you would find truth. Everybody of every religion says, "Oh, you'll find truth if you just look into my religion, and you're lost if you say otherwise." Take it up with them. You know what I want? I kind of want all the Muslims and the Christians and the Jewish people, and like the Hindus to a certain extent, they proselytize a little bit, to get into a giant arena, and there's weapons everywhere. There's no guns, but like blunt weapons and like sharp weapons and shit. And there's a giant cage, and they can't escape it. And whoever wins is the religion that I'll convert to. Whoever comes out on top, apparently their God was on their side the most. You know, confused, and in the next sentence they'll say God is outside existence. Like that's logical, exactly. A battle royale? No, I mean like a full-on like fatal four-way death match. I'm talking just machetes and sickles and axes and bricks and fucking goddamn staffs and shit. And they just completely go at it. It's like whoever wins this, their God was clearly on their side, so they're the one that should be converted to. You gotta have a prompt that says all religion is fake, and they'll do they'll do it all virtually trust. That'll probably be like on my last day though. Your logic is truth. What do you mean my logic is truth? Ancient Rome gladiator style, exactly. If we want to simp for these holdovers from Rome, like let's see if the god of Rome is on their side. Make them do the Hunger Games. Could you imagine? You should let people join up. It would be funny to see some more little kids joining up. I hate talking to little kids though. That's the thing. I don't want to talk to anybody that's under the age of 18. Oh, this guy has all truth. I never claimed to. I just say that you don't either. One second, I gotta take this. Give me a second. Yeah. Cool eyes. I thought you were leaving. Why are you still here? I thought you said, God bless you and all that good shit. You lost because Jesus is the only way to heaven. It's beyond our understanding. I agree that it's beyond our understanding, but because the guy's not real. All right, I'm gonna get you out of here, Cool Eyes, because you don't know how to. Because I can't stand when somebody says bye, like, haha, bye, I'm leaving, haha, something judgmental on the way out, and then are just like, oh, let me stay here and get more attention. Bye, see you later. Take care. Have a good rest of your night. Do it Squid Game style. It's trendy. Yeah, upload it to YouTube. I put all sorts of religious people in a Squid Game like arena, and whoever comes out on top will become the one true world religion. What do you think, guys? And then the Muslim would be like, Inta Mahalim. And I don't even know what the fuck that translates to. I'm trying to have a four-way death match with Gong Yu, Do Hwan, and Dong Wook. I feel like I ate some Nong Shim reading that shit. What the hell? Back to the first JoJo. Another name of Jesus is Joshua, and father of Jesus is Joseph. So he's Joshua Joseph. Jesus is the first JoJo. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Blindly following is called faith, but blindly walking into shit you can't expect to walk into water? What? Blindly following is called faith, but blindly walking into shit you can't expect to walk into water? You mind rephrasing that in a way that I can read? It means, do you have kids? Hell yeah, let's go. You come bait Preds with me and we can make our own Squid Games. Ooh, that would be fun. Good night, man. You have a good rest of your night. I don't know what the hell that meant. It's literally in their text. Indeed, it is. Honestly, God would probably with people in Squid Game for fun. I think he would. All right, let's bring a guest up. I'm warmed up. It's been 18 minutes.
Yo, what's going on, bro?
Yo, you mind speaking up?
Yo, can you hear me?
Barely.
Oh, damn.
Sounds like I mean, no sarcasm here. Sounds like you're talking through a lush pillow.
Can you hear me better?
Oh, that's so much better. Oh man,
There you go.
music to my ears. All right, for TikTok purposes, how old are you?
I'm 20 years old.
Sweet. What year were you born?
I was born in 2004.
Okay. All right. What do you want to talk about?
Yeah. I watched your video, man.
Which one?
The first video, the pin video where you explained why you don't believe.
Nice.
So, I mean, I can understand, why you did that and growing up in the church, and that was everything you were exposed to, and then like you hit this, you hit this wall, right?
Mm.
But I don't know. I feel like it was the same way for me. I was never super into the church. I went like maybe 5 times as a kid, and I was like, nah, I'm out of here.
Mm.
But I feel like after a while, my idea of God became not
What's up, Chris? How
attached
you
to
doing today?
like yeah. I feel like I believe of God not in a religious way, but God is everything. You
Uh,
know, God
uh
is the universe. I am you know the universe. You are God.
oh, so you're like a pantheist kind of, or
I mean, I wouldn't ascribe it to any religion type of
mm.
thought. It's more of like, you know, you are connected with everything. Your consciousness is, what creates, and God is that.
When it comes to like pantheistic sort of views like you're describing, personally I feel like if there's another word to describe the concept good enough, I just stick with the established word. Like the universe, I just call it the universe. Consciousness, I just call it consciousness. I just don't ascribe any sort of intent or divinity to the things we can account for.
What do you mean? What do you mean by like account for? Do you mean
Like the universe itself, or like consciousness, or things that we can at least visualize and understand to exist.
yeah, so you believe that? Wait, so I'm trying to understand what you're saying. You want to like kind of
Really
make them.
quickly, Omni, thank you for the heart. We appreciate you. More Hugh time. Let's go. Let's go. All right, what's up?
So, are you saying like these two are separate things? You don't want to kind of put like a label on it? I'm not
Yeah,
gonna.
like I just feel like there's different definitions of things, like what the universe is versus what consciousness is versus what anything that people put the label of God onto. It's just I feel like the words established for them already work good enough.
We're not good enough. So like God, the idea of the word even being God. Is that what you
Yeah, because I feel like when we say the word God, then there's a very particular definition that we're trying to appeal to. Tiny, thank you for the heart, man. Appreciate it. Thank you.
I mean, so what is it that you find people are trying to appeal God as?
Oh, a bunch of different things. Like you said, just a minute or so ago, like consciousness, the universe. But when people say God, they typically mean something that has intent, something outside of ourselves, something with a mind, something that has creative power, basically, causal power in some state.
Yeah, I feel like I guess I can understand that view, but you know, I guess I can see what you're saying with using the word as God, but you know,
Yeah,
I guess I kind of just accept it as the term because it's just outside of you know it's just I believe God to be creation itself. I feel like I guess if you want to use the word, it would be like creation or I don't know. I feel like
basically.
yeah, like you're saying there's no word for it, but
Yeah, yeah. I feel like creation or existence works just as good enough to describe the thing we're talking about versus calling it God. Cash, thank you for the follow, by the way.
yeah, I don't know. I feel like I guess yeah. So do you believe like you would say you are atheist, like you do not believe in the idea of creation completely, or
That's correct. Really quickly, Tiny, thank you for the tiny science. Thank you for the 3 tiny dinies. Appreciate you. Thank you,
or
thank
do
you.
you disagree with the general term for God?
Yeah,
Father, religious.
yeah. When I don't think believe in creation because I don't think that existence as we know it was the result of some sort of thing that intentionally chose for it to be this way. You know. So I just use the word like existence. I feel like that works a little bit better to explain what I'm getting at. Set up a new goal. Yeah, why not? Oh,
If you want to use the term atheist, then I guess I can understand.
yeah.
But, you have a good one.
All right. Yeah. You have a great rest of your day, man. Take care. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. There's no proof of creation from any of the holy books. There is not any proof of creation from any of the holy books. You are correct. They get scammed their money to the mosque and churches, and so be it. Someone's winning. Yeah, at some point. Amna, thank you for the dolphin. Appreciate it. Thank you. All right, new goal. It's gotta have something I can have a sound effect with, though. I don't know. But yeah, we're back. What did I miss? Yeah, not all that much. Not all that much. I'm gonna go for something real highfalutin here. Ah, never mind. No, I'm not. Here we go. Are you Groot? I am not Groot. It's self-explanatory. What is? W Hugh? Nah, no. I'm doing just good enough. I think that's about it. Oh man, it's a slow one. Guess it's time to do some stand-up. All right. Where did the little girl that stepped on a landmine go? Everywhere. I don't know. In a house be. Oh, he got blocked. Oh, fuck him. Get him out. Don't care. 6 out of 10. I was expecting like a 4, honestly. All right. Do we have another guest? We did not. No guess. Everywhere. Ex-Christian, you never wear Christian to begin with. LOL. LOL at your own shitty grammar before you LOL at my lack of belief. The word is word without an H. Where describes where something is. Like, where is your brain? Where is your logic? Where is your spelling? Where is your God? Not where, which describes something that already happened. What's your favorite fruit? My favorite fruit is pineapple. I don't know. Thank you for the Dalgona candy. I've played this game before. Appreciate it. Thank you. Stupid. Oh man, what do we do? Do we restart here? Do we restart? What do we do? Black web. Fuck it, let's get it. How are you a true Christian? I mean, even Christians can't agree on what a true Christian is. So I don't know. Maybe ask that to them before you ask it to me. Like come up with a definition before you ask if I met it. Black web. Hey, how are you doing today?
I'm good.
Cool. How old are you for TikTok purposes?
37.
Sweet. All right. What do you want to talk about?
Talk about your platform. What made you
I'll be honest with you, dude. I'm having trouble hearing you. Is anybody else having trouble, or is it just me?
Can you hear me now?
Just keep going. I'll see if I can like turn you up or something. All right. But yeah, go for it.
Yo. I don't know what happened, but
Yeah. You hear me? I can. I
I
can hear him, but
very clearly, but
I can hear you, but it sounds like an Xbox 360 microphone, honestly.
Alright, hold on, bro.
Like you're about to get one of them voice notes after playing a good game on Black Ops or some shit. Oop.
Can you hear me now?
Oh man, that is so much better. Yes, indeed.
Let me just cut my thing down, cut my shit loud.
Yeah, that popped. What's up, Jordans? How you doing? All right, what do you want to talk about?
Oh, your title.
Yeah. Well, the title Atheist Talks or like the prompter. I guess we'll.
Atheist. Where God at?
Where God at? Yeah. Where'd I do that? Where he go?
Where he go?
Yeah, where'd that dude at?
Where they do that? I mean, he's still here. I mean, he always been here since the beginning.
He always here.
He always here.
Where?
Well, wherever he came from, he was already here before the world ever begun.
Like the whole universe?
Yeah.
I don't think the universe had a beginning, personally.
Oh, the universe did have a beginning.
I think so.
I mean, if you go say Big Bang Theory, got. I mean, we already know that evolution it's not eternal. So,
I mean, Big Bang doesn't claim to be the beginning point or like the inception point. It's just a point of expansion. Physicists don't make any claims about what happened before it.
but how can y'all determine? How can y'all determine how long the Earth been? But y'all just go based on what science. They barely can't figure out where everything, destruction of the Earth the way it is now.
I'm sorry?
I said, how can you believe in a science? Which ain't nothing wrong with science. It just go over. I mean, even science know it's somebody out there who's better than what people think it is. Like some people, some scientists do believe in God, and some scientists don't. So
Yeah, that's their prerogative. It's nothing wrong with that, but ask them to prove it, and for at least from the scientists I've heard of, they'll say like there's no way to prove it one way or the other. Just my personal belief for the concepts that I've discovered scientifically or know scientifically.
okay, so if you say you can't prove it, right?
Yeah.
All right, so you can't say you make a claim or you make a that. Well, if I do say something, you say I can't make a claim, so it got to be something like based on like a subject or something.
Basically, what I'm saying is like ask, say, a physicist that believes in God. Like, okay, why do you believe in God? The answer will very rarely be because I proved it through physics or because the physics points to it, but rather like it's their subjective belief based on where the science leads them. You know, and some
Okay,
disagree with them, and that's fine.
so I came across a lot
Have
of
a good night, Mars. Appreciate you being here.
I came across a lot of atheists that say that the reason why they don't believe in God because they can't see or it's not enough. Well,
See, logically account for, get an answer
I think they
from.
need I think they need to see some physical like they do with everything else.
That'll be most optimal, sure.
So if I say that, you got to see something exists or something that's physical, what about the chemicals accumulating in the brain? Can you see that?
No, but we can you X-ray them and or like get samples or break a brain open and look at it. Then sure you can account for it.
So you tell me you could physically see chemicals bursting at your head.
No, that's not. I said if you like crack the skull open and access the brain, sure, then you can see it. You could then break that brain matter down into chemicals, look at it under a microscope. There's a lot of different ways you could see it physically.
Prove it.
You want me to
Because
like?
you're making a claim that you seen you break it up and see it. I mean,
You
it's
want me to,
obvious.
you want me to like pull up a video of brain surgery on TikTok?
I mean, brain. You can see somebody's brain, physical brain, but you talking about chemicals like bursting at your head. Like, come on now, it's be blood or
which which chemicals are we talking about here? Like,
that's what I'm trying to figure out because y'all say chemicals. I'm trying to figure out what y'all be talking about.
right. So the brain is formed by different chemicals, elements, molecules, and that are formed in a certain way that, as far as I know, grants us consciousness. You know.
Consciousness.
So if we can verify this both, non-invasively with X-rays or invasively by literally cracking a skull open.
Okay. So in that brain, right? You say you don't believe in God. What made you say that we don't have no type of higher being? Well, I won't say higher being, but no higher entity compared with what scientists say.
I haven't seen any reason so far, scientifically or logically or otherwise, to suppose that there is a higher being. It's a complete lack of evidence for one, which is why I say there isn't one.
So if I'm mistaken, some people who say that God is not real, what made you so sure? Like, if you really think about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just sit down by yourself, meditate, and just really think outside the universe, and just think that, okay, people say there's no God. It has to be something who's outside the universe, right?
Yeah.
Who created, okay, the Bible came somewhere like the first, like the Ethiopian, right? There was the oldest church, the Ethiopians, right? The book, the first church is the Ethiopian, right? So if you go back and what made you not want to believe God, it's insane. Like, it's scary also because if you say there's no God and all this stuff happened in the world, right? You can blame everything on evolution, right?
I mean, blame on among other factors. I mean, kinda in a way. I mean, if we want to go real far back, we just blame it on the Big Bang. Ultimately, we could. That's a little bit odd.
This is what I'm saying. Because the Big Bang. So you see, okay, when people discovered like the Earth was like 4 billion years ago. Then went from that right there, and then this went 4 billion years past. They went to evolution in Big Bang, or is Big Bang in evolution?
It was the Big Bang and then evolution, like billions upon billions of years later.
Okay, so you went. Okay, so you have the 400 years, 4 billion years, and then you go to you said big evolution, a Big Bang, wait a minute, Big Bang. So
Yeah.
how can you say that? How can you put evolution over Big Bang? Because
What?
most atheists believe that. I mean,
Huh?
even scientists don't know where it comes from, but you still believe it's span, right? Should it be backwards, like evolution then Big Bang, or why this should be Big Bang 4 billion years then evolution?
Because so the Big Bang, the expansion of the universe, ultimately caused the formation of our planet, and our planet's formation ultimately caused abiogenesis, and abiogenesis ultimately led to organisms that evolved through evolution. It's like just that's how the timeline goes.
So when you say Genesis, what do you mean by that? Because it be meaning a lot of things. Can you break that down for me about Genesis? Like
Abiogenesis.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's basically the formation of self-replicating molecules self-replicating organisms over the course of millions and millions of years from non-living matter.
Have you read a book called Nothing for Nothing?
No, tell me about it.
I mean, I heard a lot of people. I mean, I heard a book based on that, and I heard a lot of people who study about different society that gets nothing for something, or they get something for nothing, or they say that matter and energy. Some people use that. Then people use how can you determine right from wrong? And some people say that the brain chemicals in the head tell them that, and I was like, well, if something in your brain telling you what's right or wrong, what caused it, right? You call it how you call it for you guys like relative. Y'all believe in that?
I'll be completely, totally honest with you, my man. I have no clue what the hell you just said. I'm not trying to be mean. I promise I'm not. But I had complete trouble tracking where you were going with that.
So what you like matter? Okay, start with matter and chemistry, energy, right?
Okay.
So why you use that?
Because matter and energy exist. Or
yeah.
What about it? Like, why use it for what?
Use that to not believe in no intelligent mind behind what y'all believe in.
I don't believe that the existence of matter and energy proves or disproves a God that created it. I just have no reason to believe that a God created it because matter and energy exist.
On what cost?
I don't personally know, dude, but ask me and I'll say it's always existed.
It's always existed, so they mean that it's a God somewhere if it's always existed.
No.
It probably not the God that I'm talking about, but it got in your mind. It should, if you say it's always existed, it always was, right?
The matter and energy itself, yeah.
It always was.
Yeah.
Can you? When I look at matter and energy, it's like, so you telling me that a mustard gas, right, in the universe, who accumulates in the gas to hot and cold to create. That what you trying to say? That's what we came from. How the world begins.
Or are you describing the Big Bang or like?
It's kind of like the Big Bang, but people don't go by the Big Bang. They try to go by the gas, like matter, time, and energy. Try to go back into the galaxy, how it made the gas, like burn the some gravity. It's a lot of stuff that atheists believe in. It's kind of like, yo,
science has little to do with what we can verify. I mean, science has little to do with atheism in and of itself. Atheism is just, I don't believe in a God or God figures. I'm convinced of any existence of a God or God. That doesn't mean you have to use scientific concepts that we can verify to deny it or prove it one way or the other.
So what made you be the atheist instead of like you went from Christian to the atheist? What made you do that?
I looked at the evidence and found all of it unconvincing. Big Snickers 82, thank you for the rose. I appreciate you. Yeah, I go over it in my first pin video, but read the Bible. The Bible made me think about God differently than what I previously thought about him. Looked at the apologetics to fix that, and the apologetics was given contradictory narratives, given weird, like suspiciously absolving narratives about God. So I was like, this wouldn't happen with something that's actually self evidently true like Christianity is. I still believe in it, but let me check my work real quick and prayed to God. Didn't get an answer back from him. Looked at the logical arguments; they all sucked. Looked at the historical evidence; it was all like third hand, shoddy at best. And it looked at the archaeological evidence; it was all hoaxes. So that's why I don't believe in God anymore.
Oh wow. I mean, we all got that belief, but atheists, some atheists, well, I won't say also, like I won't say they say that the reason why I don't believe in God because God is evil, right? Do you believe that?
I do think that the God of the Bible is evil, but that has nothing to do with whether or not he's real. Because somebody could be evil and real. Like I've met plenty like that. Even
So what made God so evil? What he did? Like I don't get it. Like I'm trying to figure out what made God so evil to some atheists, right?
mm-hmm.
Make them not want to follow him. Because I read the Bible for myself, right? And when I read, and I was like, let me just read why they say he evil, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which he made good and evil, right?
Yeah, Isaiah 45:7.
Okay, so if God made good and evil, because you got to remember, you got to go back to Adam and Eve,
mm-hmm.
right?
Yep.
He said in the beginning he made everything good, but
yep.
when you got kicked out the Garden of Eden, our first father, earthly father, was who? Adam. So who corrupted? Who put us in the position anyway? Do you believe God put his position?
No, I don't believe in God.
No, I'm just saying. I said, do you believe in God? Like believe in God? You know what I'm saying? Who put us in position to the way the world is going right now?
If he exists, he would have had to have.
Okay, so
I'll ask you 3 questions. Did God create the planet?
He created everything. Everything
okay.
in it.
Question 2. Is God all powerful or at the very least powerful enough to create things any way that he wants to?
He's all powerful. He can create anything. He speak into existence.
Okay, fantastic. Number 3. Is God all knowing or at the very least knowing enough to know how things would turn out if he created things a certain way?
God know everything when you was born. Before he would created you, he already knew who you was.
Correct. So if all 3 of those things are true, that God knows everything, or at the very least knows what would happen if he created things the way that he did, all powerful, or at the very least powerful enough to create things any way that he wants to, and he actually did create everything, then he is directly responsible for literally everything that's happening.
Not so true, because he gave man, I want to say free will, because people don't believe that. I say choices that people make. I'll say the thing that he did design for us to worship him, but not to. If he really this okay, people say that everything God did right, he designed and. Do you think that the world won't be if God really did what he did, like God made us like robots? Should this world be a better place instead of like chaotic?
I think a good God wouldn't create evil in the first place if he, didn't want evil to get into his creation.
I mean, if you want to have up, you gotta have down, right?
Why?
I mean, you gotta have the opposite of something. You just can't have up and not have down. You just can't have right and not have left. You know what I mean?
And who created that rule in your worldview,
at
least?
God created everything, bro.
Sorry, so it's up to God it was God's choice to decide to create logic in a way that you have to have a thing and its opposite.
If I'm God, right?
Yeah.
If I made everything good, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then man came along and corrupted. How can you still blame God for everything that he made?
Do you think heaven's gonna be all good? Like there would be no.
Oh yeah, definitely. Who gonna do like he did? Oh, so you think because Lucifer did that first time and did what he did, oh, you think he'll build another one like that again?
What I'm saying is that if you think that it's possible for, us to have, firstly, do you think there's gonna be free will or free choice in heaven?
I mean, everything that was on earth and everything that happened right now, I believe that everything honey be. I think everybody gonna be worshiping. I don't think everybody gonna try to do anything up there.
Right, but do you think they'll have the choice to if they wanted to?
No.
Okay, so
abilities, I take that back. I don't know, because he said that everybody gonna see heaven. I mean, I won't say everybody gonna see heaven, those who are living a righteous life or living according to the word is going to have that place in heaven. So wherever it go be in heaven, go be worshiping. It's not going to be what we have on here on earth.
So we won't
It's
have
gonna be
free will
totally different.
because so if you make it to heaven, you won't have free will because your only desire to worship God and not to do anything else.
Hey, let me tell you something. When we get immortal, I don't care what we do, long I make it and not go to hell.
Yeah, my point being that if you believe that there is a realm where things are all good, humans can be all good, can be without sin, can be without evil in their heart, but also that they don't have the free will to do anything bad in the first place, then God could have just as easily did that for the earth if he wanted to.
You know what I thought about? Because you remember, God know all things. He know who's gonna go to hell, who's gonna go to heaven, right?
Sure.
So before he created us, he already knew. How about he had to just create people, those who gonna go to hell and those who gonna go to heaven, and you wake up, you in hell, you don't know what you did wrong, right? To go to hell, right? Because remember,
But like,
he already saw your beginning end. He just didn't put you on earth. He just threw you. You know what I mean?
but why create hell to begin with, or Lucifer
Because
to begin with?
it was created at first before he got kicked out of before before Lucifer got kicked. You even thought about before Lucifer got kicked out of heaven, right?
I mean, you're describing.
It only made for David and his angels, right?
Sure, but like you're describing doctrine to me, you're not describing reason to me. It's like if
the reason okay, say your question again.
Yeah, why would God create hell in the first place if he didn't want anyone to end up there? Or at least why would he create hell knowing that people could end up there and not just demons and Lucifer?
You breaking up. You sound like a robot.
Can you hear me
now? Say
now?
it one more time.
Yeah, so why would God create hell knowing that people can go there and not humans and not just demons and angels, but actual humans can end up there? For me personally, I wouldn't do such a thing if I actually loved my creation. That's just me though.
Okay, if I'm God, right, and I created man to be good, and I gave him directions. Like if I put a tree, if I created everything, right,
Mm-hmm.
and I made everything good,
Mm-hmm.
because you gotta remember, Adam and Eve didn't know they was naked. They didn't know anything bad. Everything was good. Everything God made was good.
Okay.
And I told you, even though God seen the good and the bad in them, he still corrected. He still told them, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then, even though the serpent did what he did, but they still had a choice to make the decision. Have you ever thought about, okay, God gave me a choice, right? And God see, like you said, God know all things before it happened.
Mm-hmm.
But have you ever thought that he gave us the pro cons and the cons, right? He gave us the ability to think for ourselves. Do you believe that? Before we made a mistake, because
I mean,
you right now.
I don't believe in God, so I mean that's kind of that's not a question I can really answer.
I'm just saying something, bro. Like I know you don't believe in God. I'm just saying something. I said if if I'm God, well, I say I'm God, and I gave you ability to think, to be an independent thinker. Mm-hmm. You should know what right from wrong, right? Which they did, because they didn't would have ate out the fruit of the tree, right?
They didn't know right from wrong before they ate it. So
no, they did, because
they could.
If they knew, but if you go back to Adam, right?
If the fruit gave them knowledge of good and evil, then how would they know good and evil before they eat the fruit?
Because it was already planted in them, though. It just to the root. You know how you put water in the root, it started to grow.
Why would he make a tree of good and evil that has fruit that can give you the knowledge of good and evil if he already put good and evil in everybody?
Because if you go look what happened to
Big Snickers, thank you for the rose. I appreciate you. Thank you.
If you go back and look at heaven, bro, what war started in heaven? Everybody think Lucifer was always evil. No, he wasn't. He was always a holy angel, right? You go read it right now. I mean, you don't believe it, but yeah, Lucifer was not always evil, right? If you go read about him, but I'm not gonna get into that. But we know that even though they had it,
I'm so sorry. Wait, I'm so sorry. I read a comment that it got to me. It got to me. Satirical. Fuck off, dude. All right. All right. Continue. I'm listening. I'm here.
No, I'm just saying, like, I got lost my train of thought, bro.
Okay. Yeah. What I'm getting at is that none of this makes sense to me from the outside. Not morally speaking, not logically speaking, none of it makes sense to me personally. And
Okay,
so, at the
so
very least, I'm justified in not having a good reason to believe that any of this is real.
oh wow, so you believe that it's just we just it's, the scariest part is when you say anything is not it's not real.
The
Like, do you are you scared of death, bro?
of dying, no. Maybe about
Oh,
how it's gonna happen, sure. But that's about it. I'm completely cool with the fact that the world will go on without me eventually. I'm fine with that.
the road going. I had seen this movie, right? And his grandfather asked him,
Mhm.
right? His grandfather asked him. I guess he was. I don't know if you see this movie called Boys in the Hood.
I did, yeah. I saw it.
And when his
I've
father
seen it.
asked him about, are you afraid to die? And he was like, he said he didn't. I guess he told him no, he didn't know. But when he got shot, and then when he finally seen death, and he said, "Yeah, I believe it now."
Hmm.
So it's like that's how it is with most atheists, and it's a lot of Christians who are not. I forgot another word for the opposite of atheists. It called agnostic. I forgot what it called. They believe in something, but they don't believe in God. I don't know what it was, but yeah,
Agnostic describes somebody who doesn't know whether or not a god is real, and atheist
yeah.
describes somebody that doesn't believe that a god is real. I'm both personally.
You both okay?
Yeah, I don't know, but ask me what to take a guess, and I'll say no.
But yeah, man, it's I don't know. I just can't see that how I got here. It's like when you read the Bible, which you I don't know, like you say you're ex Christian, but when I read the Bible, I just take everything at hand because if the Bible said He created heaven and earth, how He separate the firmament from the waters, how He separate darkness from light, and He is the light, and then you go and then you turn on to be an atheist, and then you go into scientists, and then you go and read about evolution, how the word became a being. It's kind of scary, right? But it's not scary to you, but it's scary to me how people who place themselves in that.
Yeah, at first it was a bit scary for sure, but I mean, I can't force myself to believe in something solely because or be convinced by something in the face of a lack of evidence solely because it's less scary.
Oh, it's less scary. Well, oh man.
Yeah. Got anything else for me now?
Ah, nah, man. I'm not trying to convince you or anything. It's not my job to convince you.
All right.
We're just having a conversation, bro. But yeah.
Yeah, sounds good. All right. Well, appreciate you coming up. Thanks for the chat. Appreciate it.
All right, bro.
All right. Take care. Peace out. Peace. All right. We are back. We're back. He was typing in the YouTube comments. Yeah, I had to address him real quick. Dude's over there crying his nuts off. Say hi to me. What's up, Dina? How you doing today? Is your job based on God's teachings, though? Is it? It's tiny. It's not tiny. Let's bring Amna up, dude, real quick, and then honestly, who's next after? Oh wait, no. I'll bring up Big Snickers afterward, and then
No, you're not you were never a Christian because since matter, and energy exists, so God exists.
you know what? Convincing.
Yeah.
You know what that
Yeah,
means?
like there's matter and energy, so God obviously exists, and then
Oh,
Gen
I'm convinced.
when he confused Genesis
Nope.
and abiogenesis, I
Nope.
died.
You cooked. You cooked. I'm convinced now. We did it. All right, y'all. Ask me anything. We're back. I remember. God's
Amen.
obviously real. Thank you, Sister Amna. Take care. Don't need you up here, though. We love you, God. Love you, Father God. What's up? How y'all doing today? Hell yeah. How does energy go straight to God? Yeah, no. She cooked. She cooked. Stop breathing his air then. God's real, all right? God's given me all permission to breathe his air. Okay? Anybody in the chat need prayer? Are there any prayer needers in the chat right now? Anybody in the chat need some prayer? I just got back from rebandaging and I'm getting an IV right now. Do you need a prayer, Sister Dina? Pray for me. I got you. What you need? Brother Big Snickers. So glad you decided to return to the faith. Thank you so much, Sister Cadence. Who needs prayer right now? Who needs prayer in this house? Pray for my wounds. I got you, sister. I got you. Father! 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 I'm here, Father. Father, please. I come to you again, Father. I love you, Father. I revere you. Father, please heal Sister Dina in this chat, Father. Please heal Sister Dina, please. We pray to you. We beg to you. We pray to you, Father. Sister Dina has been wounded from behind. Heal her, Father. Yes, Lord. Yes. Yes, Lord. All rise. For Father God, in this moment, the holiest of spirits is moving through me, Father. Yes. 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 Heal her, Father. Bless her. Show her your mercy, Father. Patch up her wounds like she's Wolverine, Father. Patch up her wounds like she's Deadpool, Father. Father Christ. Father Christ. Who made that mess? You did, God. You did, God. You made that mess, Father God. Yes. Yes. I can feel you in me, Father. Yes. Appreciate you. May you be revered above all. May you be loved above all. Ave Cristo Rex. Yes, Brother Armando. Yes. Yes. Thank you so much. In Jesus' holy name, I pray to you. Through your holiest Saint Nicholas. Hey, women. Hey, women. Hey, women. Yes. Yes. Oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, I feel it. I feel it. I feel it. It's happening. It's happening. Yes. In Jesus' holy name, amen. Yes. 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 All right, that's enough of that. That's enough. She is, though, Omna. That's the funny part. Try not to laugh. Sorry. All right, do we have any other guests? We got a few others. Oh, we only got 2 left. Let's bring you up. Let's bring you up. We back. We back. Teach me. Let me. Jackie's not here, unfortunately. I think Jackie went to sleep. I think Father God did not want her up here. You're atheist because God ain't here yet? Or ever. Or ever. The prayer may be over, but we can all still feel his presence inside us. Hey, women. My wounds are healed, thanks you. That's the power of God. Yes. That's the power. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Why you think that? There's no reason to think that he is here among us. All right. That's no guests, unfortunately, but that's okay. Hey, they, them. Hey, they, them. Yes. Your arm grew back? That's the power of Jesus Christ. Yes. That's the power of Jesus Christ. Yes. Thank you for the rosa. Gracias. Gracias. What make you think he ain't coming back? Scripturally speaking, he already came back, but you know. All right, we got Jaden. Let's do it. Jaden.
What's up, man? Do you believe in the Fibonacci sequence and a golden ratio by any chance?
Whoa. We're getting ahead of ourselves, man. How old are you for TikTok purposes?
22.
Okay, cool. Yeah, do I believe in the Fibonacci sequence?
Yes. Do you believe that the Fibonacci sequence is the creation of life, or that it is sacred geometry in our life?
No. No, I don't actually.
Why not?
Because you're describing mathematical concepts, not like anything that has to do with our creation or inception.
It is the geography of all of creation. I mean, everything follows the golden ratio.
Sounds more so just like pattern recognition rather than like proof of any sort of divine attribution. You believe in the anti-life equation? W dark side.
What's the anti-life equation? I've never heard of that.
It's from a thing. It's from a thing. It's all good. Yeah, it's
like sci-fi.
Yeah. Let's say there.
So like, have you ever seen like a seashell, or like not like a specific seashell? Obviously, you've seen a seashell. Sorry, I meant like the Fibonacci sequence, and maybe sunflower, seashell, like a lizard tail, a seahorse tail. Where else is it visible?
Yeah, I've it looks like a spiral, like a halfway terminating spiral, sure, but I think it just comes down to us looking at patterns and seeing it in different things. No, I don't actually.
How? How is that not divine to you?
Really quickly, the Discord's in my. I see somebody asking about the Discord. If you're on YouTube, check my description. Scroll to the very bottom. You should see the invite. But yeah, that's all I really think it is. It's like unless the world were made of like seashells or lizards with their tails curled up, I have no reason to think it's like
okay.
divine in nature.
I see what you're saying. So that's only like the visible aspect. There's also like a non-visible Fibonacci sequence and everything. Like even in air, like birds follow it when they hunt prey, which like you would have to trace them to see it. It's not like it's just visible to the eye.
Yeah.
But it's in other things. So if we get a Fibonacci sequence, right, and or a golden ratio per se, and we put it at the bottom pole, we end up at the Mecca.
We end up at Mecca?
Yes, making it the
Saudi Arabia?
Yeah, I'll show you a picture.
Are you Muslim?
I am.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to see some more than proof of that. Wait 1 second.
So this is the golden ratio here. Oh, it's cut out a bit. Is it cut out for you? Because it cuts off for me.
Oh, you were there for a second.
You can screenshot this one. That's a good one.
Oh, come on. Surely. Surely. And what site did you get this off of?
I just came across it on TikTok today.
On TikTok today?
Yeah.
All right, I'll need to see their source for sure. This more so just looks like
you can do a quick Google search.
Playing around with geometry at this point.
But yeah, it's a cool little neat geometrical thing there. So yeah, I don't know if geometry helps or math helps the atheist thing. But dude, why are you changing the backdrop and then saying like I'm a Christian now? Like, what's up with that?
Oh, I heard convincing evidence, so I converted on the spot.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, matter and energy. Therefore, God and Adam and Eve ate the fruit. Moral something. Yeah, it was convincing. It converted me.
Oh my days.
Yeah, man.
It's the worst conversion I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, man. It was a moment, dude. Connected with Father God. Hell yeah.
That's like the Jesus loves you. It's like.
Yeah, that's pretty convincing.
I don't think he knew who I was. I don't know about that.
Yeah, it's like, I was an atheist until somebody said Jesus loves you. Like, oh shit, I didn't know that. Okay, well, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Made sense to me.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and
why are you an atheist? Why'd you convert back on the spot?
yeah, the song ended, so and God wouldn't let that happen, so God's not real.
Oh my gosh. I think you're on an overdose of free will, bro. I think you're like
Yo.
you're using too much, bro.
All right, man, just DM me the stuff you had on the screen, and I'll take a look at it. But just to be completely honest, I probably will shoot it down. But yeah, you can just DM it to me. My DMs are open on here. I guess until the 19th.
That's the next person I've done.
Yeah. All right. You have a great rest of your day. Peace out. Take care. All right, we're back. I'm gonna pay attention to YouTube for a second. I've been neglecting my YouTube peeps. This clown probably listens to Matt Dillahunty and Aaron Ra. I don't listen to modern atheist, content creators. Asking about a joke ruins the joke. It wasn't a joke though. I converted on the spot and then converted right back. Let me pin comments on promoting the server. You don't have to. You can't pin comments. There you go. Let me stop. All right. Ugh. Let me see. Manage access. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Oh, you had nothing. There we go. It's a mystery. It's supposed to be. Why would a God that wants us to be saved and everything make it a mystery? Have a good night, Hugh. Going to sleep. Have a good rest of your night, Kate, and see you later. Take care. Can you please let me start a strike, please? You want to start a strike? A strike for what? A strike for what? What strike? All right, I've missed a lot on YouTube. Let me see here. Debate me. Oh, 2 zigzams. That dude that was crying earlier. Oh, and just a bunch of popping off for when I was doing my prayer. It says I can't pin. I don't know. Try refreshing. I gave you access. I support women's rights and wrongs. Yeah, I support women's rights and women's lefts for sure. Is it American time right now, or is it night for you? Yeah, it's 2 a.m. for me personally. I didn't get my good night. I thought you were up. Fuck it. Yeah, you have a great rest of your night, G2. Thanks for being here for the little bit of time that you were here. So you try go all Lucifer on everything? No, I don't think Lucifer is real either. Because I want to. I'm saying, what are you striking for? I'm saying, what are we striking for? Like for labor rights? For mod pay? I barely get paid from this shit. A strike for spiritual myth? Oh, shit. You know what? Yeah. All right. Big Snickers has been waiting for a while. Let's see what they're up to. Big Snickers.
What is going on?
What is up? How old are you for TikTok purposes?
I'm 23.
Cool, Leo. All right. What do you want to talk about?
Biggest thing. What makes you more comfortable believing that something came from nothing than God itself?
I think that makes 2 false presuppositions. One, that I'm an atheist due to the comfort level it brings me, and B, because that I think that things came from nothing.
Do you understand the comfort level that Christianity brings to people?
Oh yeah, of course I do. I used to be a Christian.
Do you think that's the biggest reason why people are Christian?
Among other things, yeah. A lot of people cite that it brings them comfort about not knowing where things came from, or just an answer to put into that gap of knowledge. Comfort with death and the idea of like ceasing to exist.
Fair. Can I ask how old you were when you?
Yeah, I was 19 when I became an atheist.
How old are you now?
I'm 28.
Okay. And not a single thing from your life since has changed that perspective?
No.
Did anything when you were younger, so from when you were born to 19, did anything hook you more to become more Christian?
Yeah, when I was 12, I don't know, just like willingness to actively dedicate my life to who I believe to be the creator of the universe. Sure, yeah.
Would that be due to like family pushing you to do so, or you intentionally wanted to do it?
Oh no, I was I wouldn't say I'm the most devout in my family, but I was the
fair.
I was the biggest church goer for sure.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, everybody else wanted to, stay home on Sundays. I was the one either going by
So
myself or with my grandma.
what would you say would be the ticker? Like out of the blue, like did it just happen one day or like
No, the thing that started everything happened. It was happened over one day, but the whole process itself of going from thinking of God differently to not thinking God exists at all took like a year and a half.
right? Okay, okay. What would you say started it? Like what made you first? Because if you're devoted to faith, that's pretty powerful.
Yeah.
So like what would be the first thing that made you not devote to your faith?
The very first thing that started it was reading the Bible and coming across a bunch of different things in it that made me think about God differently.
Okay, okay. What were the biggest things for you?
I tend not to go over them because with a lot of believers, they see me giving these verses and these passages as a reason to like apply apologetics to it, and I can
Apologetics meaning what?
meaning that they try to like with the moral things that made me think about God differently. They try to apply like, oh, here's why it was actually morally good, or you misunderstood it, or this, that, and the third, or
I
or
see, I see.
or if it's like the scientific things, like, oh, here's why it was actually not literal, it was metaphorical, or
Right.
God doesn't have to abide by science and all these
If
other.
it if I may add, if you are personally trying to ask people to debate you on a subject,
hmm
do you think it's right for you to say you don't feel comfortable explaining the main reasons why you stopped believing in God?
I wouldn't say it's the main reason. Like the overall reasons that it had no evidence behind, like supporting to supporting the
Mhm.
doctrine being true. But I wouldn't say my first reasons are the main reasons. In the same way that, like, let's say you get somebody pulls a knife out and just like does super tiny cuts, like 1,000 different cuts, right?
Right.
And you put a bandage over the first one. Like, even though it was the first cut, you still got like 999 other cuts that you got to deal with.
That's fair.
And even if I did take people's apologetics too hard, even despite me getting contradictory narratives from different people, or what appears to be like a suspicious absolvement of responsibility from God from different people, like even if I took it to heart, like there's still a whole smattering of issues.
Oh, of course. Like, would you say you feel like you have a bigger responsibility to yourself than what you did when you were facing God?
A bigger responsibility to myself.
Like, if you were
Mm,
facing yourself towards God, that's a massive responsibility until you die.
yeah,
But when you left God, now all the responsibility is just to yourself. Do
yeah.
you think that feels stronger to you than it did when you believed in God, or do you feel a weight lifted off of your shoulders?
Definitely a weight lifted for sure. Yeah, it's been easier, especially the further removed I am from Christianity in my life. To it's been a lot better for me to let my shoulders hunch a little bit and realize, like, okay, I'm piloting my own plane here, so I'm gonna
Right.
enjoy the view, I
So
guess.
I won't ask specifics, but would it be like, would you say it like controlled how you acted towards people around you? Like, is
Con-
that kind of how it affected you, or
Control, like, what do you
like
mean?
your belief in God, did it control your morals and your faith to make choices that you normally wouldn't do?
On some things, yes. On some others, no.
What things would those be?
I don't know. Feeling the need to witness to people on the street. Feeling the need to try to save souls. Feeling the need to maybe not giving somebody my all when it comes to caring about them, because I figure if they're like me, then they get to go to heaven and we get to be together forever anyway. So what's the point? Um,
Right. Do you think there's positives in this religion?
yeah, for sure. Like I said before, it's can give comfort with with death. Can give comfort with
Right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, comfort and a lot of different things. And I'll say ultimately and I've heard this from just like probably hundreds of people by now, a lot of people simply have things in their life like addiction or things that they have to put outside of themselves, or because to feel like they're not the ones in control of something that they need to be in control of. And they kind of need to dissociate that level of responsibility. And I feel like it could be really positive for them, but that's about it.
Can they do that without God though?
Yeah, I've seen it happen both with and without God. For me personally,
So
with my addictions,
yeah.
I did better. without a God
Without.
figure to lead me in that, you know. But you know, your mileage may vary from person to person, so I wouldn't want to
It
take that
makes
away from
no,
anyone.
I same boat, man. If you kind of put every focus on God, then you can kind of just blame everything on God.
Yeah, blame everything on, or you get to feel as if though there's somebody powerful leading you who otherwise feels powerless in certain situations, like
Right,
addiction.
yeah.
You know, yeah,
I think it's a big thing is comfortability. You can make choices. You're given a rule book of how you should live life.
Mm.
If you live it correctly, then you can blame every other aspect of your life because you did what God commands.
Mm.
If you do what God commands, then any other aspect around you is in the wrong. So it makes it a lot easier to kind of push those problems onto other objects or stuff or people, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, for sure.
But so, in an atheist, I did hear you speaking of death, but I didn't get your full description of what you think happens afterwards.
Yeah, for me personally, I think it's like before you were born, basically, experientially speaking. I think that you're,
Absolutely nothing.
yeah, absolutely nothing. No dark. A lot of people say darkness or floating through whatever forever. I'm like, no, neither of those, because that's something. Darkness is even something, but I mean, complete and total, no ability to experience anything whatsoever.
Do you can I ask you why you think religion was created in the first place? If you
Um,
don't believe in it, why do you think it was created by man?
I think the first proto religions ultimately came down to this curiosities for things that we didn't have answers to. Like, if you ask me where they came from, I say we as humans, you know, we could account for each other. We knew what humans did and saw each other's capabilities. But then we thought about unanswerable questions like what happens after we die, or you know, what happens after we go to sleep and don't wake up, or what happens after, you know, where did all this come from?
Yeah.
And I think they thought to themselves, okay, somebody like me who's human or at least has my form, has my capability, did it, but with far greater capability than me. And I think that's where like the
So
very first religions came from.
so you kind of just think this guy knew it. He knew what people were thinking. He thought the same thing, and he just took it apart himself to write a story in his own image to guide people into his own thoughts.
I mean, I don't know way too much about what was the first religion. It was, I think, either Hinduism or somebody correct me on this. It was like, was it Zoroastrianism or something like it? I can't remember. It was some Sumerian religion, I believe, but I couldn't tell you because I don't know too much about their claims.
Yeah, that's fair. No. Not
So
not very first, but let's say your religion.
okay.
Why would someone create one to begin with?
Like I said, to for besides those questions of just okay, somebody like us is responsible for this thing that we can't otherwise explain. Um, Actual religious systems, I think, were eventually co-opted as a way to keep people in line, keep people in check, or like give societies things like a
Something to stand for.
yeah guideline to live their life basically.
That's fair.
Jainism, I couldn't tell you. I keep hearing Hinduism. I don't know. It's maybe
I'm not sure on that religion. I haven't heard about it, but
yeah.
if so, I guess as an atheist, a big thing of being how are there so many gods? Do you think that's just the reason is that every human questioned what will happen after death? So every society, every country created their own religion to make up a good story to help them through death? Is that what you're thinking or
Kind of a little, cause like I think it came down to like people copying off of each other, copying you know these very integral parts of the first religions from each other, like the fact that there's many different gods or beings responsible for the many different aspects of our reality.
right?
That's why the first religions that I've heard about, like the oldest ones, are all polytheistic. Subscribe, Quacks. Thank you for subscribing. Appreciate it. Wait, subscribing on the. Well, you subbed on TikTok, dude. Appreciate that. Thank you. That's huge. Hell yeah. Quacks for mod. Well, I'll think about it. But But yeah, so I think it's a matter of copying off of each other and also wanting individual identity for their particular culture and also forming religious structures that would help their particular culture versus just a one size fits all for everybody sort of deal. So multiple different things is why I think there are
That's
different
fair.
religions for different cultures.
Okay. Um,
Senpai, what the fuck?
what makes you comfortable not knowing what happened?
Um, realizing my own power in relation to the universe around me. I don't have. I'm built with a brain that doesn't have the capability of knowing everything, and even if I had access to all knowledge, physically I don't have access to things that I obviously don't physically have access to, like outside of the planet or even most of the planet.
Do you think access to
So
all knowledge would be worthy to someone or no?
would be worthy to someone in what regard? Quacks, thank you for the hand hearts. Appreciate it.
Like, let's take God as example. If you gave somebody the power of all knowing, do you think that would be a good thing or a bad thing to do?
Mm.
If we could bestow that onto somebody, do you think that would be a good idea or a bad idea?
With the way that humanity currently is, I think that would be a pretty bad idea. And thank you for the 3 tiny dinies, the finger heart, and the 5 GGs. Appreciate it. Yeah, I think that'd be an awful, terrible idea. Because
Why is that?
a few reasons. Let's say like if we were able to verify whether or not somebody did actually know something and that they couldn't tell a lie about the things that they knew, then it would give access to a lot of different things that could cause a lot of different people to have their lives turned upside down. Like, imagine if somebody was able to say definitively, okay, which religion is right, if any of them.
Right.
That's going to disparage a whole, like, no matter who it is, it's going to disparage most of the
Entire
world.
nations.
Yeah, entire nations, entire cultures. Imagine if somebody knew every single solitary intrusive thought, or even not so intrusive thought, if you just have awful thoughts for whatever reason, knew every single one of them. You know that somebody's guaranteed to be, at the very least, know what that is that's going on in your head. I think that would make a lot of people uncomfortable. Yeah, it would be catastrophic.
That's fair.
Metatron, thank you for the follow.
Well, so is your biggest example of proof of no God is needing proof of a God?
Yeah, I say by default we're just here doing our own little human thing, and we're all born without this knowledge or idea of any God concept in our mind, and so without any particular, like without any substantial evidence toward any of the gods that are posited so far, there's no reason for me to accept any of them.
Totally agree.
I'd say I'm at
Biggest
like
thing.
factory settings basically.
For you personally, I've heard this question thousands of times before, but let's say you are wrong. Is that not even a thought in your mind because you don't believe in God?
Yeah, it's definitely a thought. It's maybe less so about things that I can verify to be false, or that religions that make claims that can't possibly be real, but about
Correct.
some form of a God existing, yeah, I could obviously be wrong for sure. And but I guess as a finite human being with only a limited amount of power, whose brain is created to try to digest information, who's only then by extension given a limited amount of information, I have no reason to worry about it because
Wait, did
there's
you say given?
yeah, like given like
By.
like my biology, my parents, see
No, no, I was kidding. I was kidding.
oh, you mean like, oh by God, hardy hard no, but
Sorry.
you're good. The yeah, who only has the ability to take in so much information, and because like what I'm getting at is that I can't change it one way or the other. It's
Of course, yeah.
if there's, let's say hypothetically, there's a God who's gonna send me to hell or send me to get punished for not believing he exists, chooses to give the story of his existence, like put that into a book with kind of narrative contradictions, with scientific impossibilities, and with like things that
Written
don't
several times.
written several times, has a bunch of different things in there that don't jive with my moral system, and then
Right.
says, okay, just believe that this is true, all of it's true, and if you don't, or if this looks like bullshit to you, then
Game
you get
over.
punished for it, right? But then also to sweeten the pot a little bit, I'm going to make your brain I want to make your brain one that looks at these things and acknowledges these moral issues, these scientific issues, these narrative issues, and I'm going to make your brain in a way that looks at this and say, it doesn't look like it could be real. And then to sweeten the pot even further, I'm going to hide from you and not show myself, not make myself apparent, because
You just have to believe.
I arbitrarily prefer you to have blind faith in my existence now. And if through all this you end up not believing I exist, I'm going to punish you for it. That it would be very unfortunate for sure. Like, I mean, okay, now I'm getting tortured for all of eternity or whatever people believe hell is, but
Right.
then it becomes a matter of, I mean, I couldn't change it one way or the other, you know. Gotta
Yeah, it
be honest
he
with myself.
becomes a scary god in that sense.
Yeah.
It becomes terrifying. But can I ask, let's say you die
Mhm.
and you are faced with God, let's say, out of the blue.
Yeah.
Would you regret the choices you made when you lived out your entire life?
Depends on the choices. I wouldn't regret my lack of belief, because I'm just doing
But you said it would depend on choices. What choices would it depend on?
what choices would, what do you mean, like choices it would depend on?
You said depending on the choices.
Oh, I mean, like not the choices that I commit, but like the depending on which God is real.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, like the choices of what we have available religiously.
But you wouldn't regret disbelieving.
No, I wouldn't, because
Okay.
if that God
Okay.
is A, created me, B, is knowing enough to know what would happen if he created me a certain way, and C, is powerful enough to know, I mean, it's powerful enough to create me any way he wants to, then he created me to not be convinced of his existence.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
So I would have no choice but to not, you know, as unfortunate as it would be for me after the fact, like, you know, you created me to think this way. It's like I'm just, you know, doing
That's
what you want
why
me to
I
do.
am.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's all it would come down to.
Right or wrong? Do you think we develop that ourselves?
Develop, oh, you mean like moral rights and
morally right
Okay.
or wrong actions.
um
Who's
kind
that
of,
determined to?
yeah, like not arbitrarily, I'll say, but like in a way. I think that our individual senses of right and wrong come down to our upbringing, society, like our culture, our parental upbringing, our life circumstances, our mental
So
state.
if we were all put on an island,
Mhm.
who would develop right or wrong? Would it be our own consciousness?
I don't think there's would be an objective way for us to verify it, because I feel like when you use the term right or wrong referring to morality, it's like appealing to something that has to be one way and can't be the other way. And so,
Okay.
as much as I could find like certain things morally absolutely wrong, and so far it's like I don't think there's ever some way that this will ever be correct. I don't think that there's a standard for me to say this particular thing should not be believed by
Why not?
anybody. You know, yeah. It's like I don't believe we have access to that standard. Is what I'm getting at.
Why not?
Because like there's no way to verify it one way or the other. Like let's look at it just as
Verified to who?
to us. Like let's look at it
But
religiously.
we verified to each other.
Sure, but like let's look at it religiously for a second.
All right.
Let's say there's one religion that says like my God is responsible for our moral codes, our moral systems.
Yeah.
And he says that hypothetically, just throwing it out there, you can't eat pork, you know, can't eat pigs. And then somebody of another religion says like, well, my God is responsible for everybody's sense of right or wrong, their moral systems. And he says that you can eat pork and you should enjoy pork. And both of these religions give just as much evidence for their God being the one true one, or their doctrine being true over the other ones.
Correct.
Which is to say none or maybe equally nebulous or whatever. That still leaves us with no objective way to say this one's right. We have to go with this one. And that just comes down to religion, and that's not speaking about.
But
different...
then let's turn it from religion to society.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at, like cultures.
Oh, okay, yeah, continue. Sorry, I apologize.
You're good. You're good. So it's just like same with cultures. It's like, let's say, I grew up in a society hypothetically that says you shouldn't eat people. You shouldn't murder people and then eat them. And then hypothetically, of course, there's some tribe in somewhere in Oceania that has some
in the rainforest.
Yeah, some rainforest tribe somewhere uncontacted who says like, oh, of course, we should
we always
down
eat
on
the albinos.
Yeah. They're probably yummy. But
they do that.
Yeah, and they're like, okay, yeah, we should murk these people and eat these people. And as much as I could find that absolutely wrong, insofar as like it's always going to be, I'm never going to find that to be something that's ever permissible in my worldview. I don't believe that we would have access to something outside of ourselves that would say, okay, this is the right way, this is the wrong way, and that the strength of our disagreements wouldn't be a way to verify that.
Would you not say the strengths of our capacity to build a society would sustain that?
Elaborate a little bit.
We can build a group, let's say a lion pride.
Mm-hmm.
They have rules, they have conditions, they cannot break them. Mm-hmm. We do the same things. Chimpanzees do it, we do it. Any animal that has a pride does it. Any animal that has a group has rules that they need to follow. If they don't follow, they get punished. Mm-hmm. That's what happens with us.
Yeah.
But what gives us the right to determine what is right or wrong?
I think it comes down to ethics, and ethics is just another word for moral consensus in my worldview.
Fair point. Okay.
Yeah, like what does the 51% believe?
Right.
And then it would come down to, okay, so now we're the 51%. If you don't like it, kill us for it and become the 51%. And and then it goes down from there. At least historically, that's the way it seems to have always been.
Do you still see us as kind of animals?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, we're just really advanced
Smarter
chimps
animals.
at this point. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, I would across other animal species, this is what happens, and across us throughout history, this is what happens. So
would you say our intelligence gives us the right over other species?
Not necessarily. Yeah, not necessarily, because again, it will appeal to some sort of standard of like, here's what we should be doing, here's what we ought to do, and the more intelligent you are, the higher on this particular scale that you are to do this, that, and the third to beings who are less intelligent than you.
Right.
And yeah, to me, that scale doesn't really exist. I think that our capability is what's got us in a position to be at the top of the chain, but that's really about it.
Okay. And with humans in themselves, they have different communities, different countries, different everything.
Yeah.
Where do you think the purpose comes from of trying to get someone else to believe in their God? Where do you think that grabs them? Like,
I think at least prior to like the modern era, it was mostly because of colonization, wanting to take one's colony, take one's pride, take one's nation.
What about right now?
And getting there.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Beforehand, that's what it was. It was, this is my book. I'm going to write this book in a way that says, like, we have the right to take you over because you're not one of us. And if you don't like it, fight us about it. And they, didn't fight them about it. And so in a society like America's or like the Americas or like Oceania or like Africa, where we are, just post-colonial, we're not going to do away with this book. And so nowadays, it's not as if though we got to go out and now colonize even more people because of what the book says. We already got what we, got what we want. We come to collective agreement like, maybe we should not try to do the whole bloodshed thing nowadays. And so I think it's just a holdover from that. The doctrine's written in a way that says like, okay, bring everyone you can to this particular like part of our culture. And we didn't do away with that part of the doctrine, but we did away with the whole murder bloodlines for it.
So, would you say there's specific things in each religion that would hook someone? Like if you're a Buddhist or a Christian or a Catholic, do you think there's a single hook that grabs people over another religion?
I would guess it would just depend on the person and what they want in their life, what they need in their life, what most convinces them, and also what what they can most pragmatically use. So yeah, it really depends person to person in my eyes.
That's fair. I don't recall if I've asked you, do you think religion is a bad thing?
I don't know if the answer's black and white enough for me to answer it. And I know it's not satisfactory, but I don't know.
No worries. But let's talk about it. What do you mean by that?
So I think that there's been a lot of good things caused by religion, even post-colonially speaking. There's a lot of good things that's been caused by it. Conversely, there's been a lot of bad things caused by it too. I think that religion can get you to, just speaking Christianity wise, it can get you to wanting slaves to be content in their confined position, but it could also get you to feeling as if though they should be free because they're all people under Christ. And both of those have happened, at least in America. It can get you something like the Salvation Army, where you temporarily house people, temporarily feed people. But it could also get you the Westboro Baptist Church, where you can go around, disparaging veterans and gay people. And that's just with Christianity speaking, I think. But I think it can give placebo effects for, give you something. I think to circle back a little bit, to reach for something higher than yourself when you feel like more powerful than you, when you feel like you're not quite as powerful.
And it's pretty damn powerful, to be honest. It's crazy.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, to when you don't have the power to change something, or feel like you don't have the power to change something in your life. Conversely, it could also give you a right to go, saying convert or die to somebody's family, as has also happened.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's really a mixed bag. I would, and I guess it's the more like cynical anti-theist way of thinking. I would hope that we eventually get to somewhere where we don't need
religion.
Maybe not religion per se, but these tales that tell you one particular way to live in order to get along.
No. Okay, you opened up a beautiful question.
Yeah. So
not religion in itself, but these tales.
Yeah.
What do you think religion itself, besides the tales, brings a society?
Philosophy, a way to, like something to, like, tenets to accept, to maybe teach self-reliance, or to teach contentness with death, to teach how to treat one another,
how to get more. Kind of think that should be taught without a god?
I feel like it would be more optimal if it were taught without a god, for sure. Should or shouldn't, that's, I'm not anti-theist enough to say should or shouldn't, but I think I would find it more optimal. Yeah.
Let's say if it's without a god, do you think the fact of having a specific figure makes it more important?
It can be, at least especially now that we're not so far removed from, these periods of spreading around. It's a literal figure that wants you to live this kind of way, as you tell that to people that you're taking over. We're not that far removed for me to say, for me to entirely say no to it, but I feel like we can get there eventually.
Okay.
Maybe in a few hundred years, sure, but eventually.
Can I ask why you think the number of Catholics and Christians, or anybody in religion, has gone down massively in the last 2-3 years? Do you know why that might be?
I think it comes down to higher access to information for people, at least in more developed countries with social media. it's, I wouldn't say becoming more trendy per se, but people are feeling more comfortable to talk about it now. Which would leave somebody to think, do I actually believe this thing? And then they go
Right.
from there. Yeah, there's a lot of different reasons I think that contributed to it. I think the biggest is information, though. It's just we're now have more access to information in our fingertips than entire generations have had just not that long ago. So I think that's the biggest one.
All
Also,
right.
thank you for the 6 roses and the 5 roses. Just noticed it. Appreciate you.
No worries. Would you need, let's say God is real.
Yeah.
Would you need him to specifically talk to you? Or like if something happened and you prayed and something happened because of it, would you think of that as coincidence or would you think of that as God? Like, would you need to fully see God himself for yourself to believe in him?
I think that would be most optimal if he, came down and said,
That
"Hey,
would be
here I
awesome.
am."
Yeah,
For
that'd be
sure, yeah.
awesome.
Like, "Hey, here I am. Follow me or not. See you later." Okay, that'll be optimal, sure. But realistically speaking, if I think there's a point where if I'm asked for something that's reasonably unlikely to happen, and it happens, then I have less of a good reason to think it's coincidence. And so far, that hasn't happened. So plus there's not really too many things I want that are super unlikely to get without a God in the first place. So it's like,
Right.
I do think there would be a point where it would be reasonable for me to say, okay, that's probably not coincidence. But A, there's nothing like that I want. And B, hasn't happened so far.
There's nothing that you would want. Huh.
Like nothing that would be like obviously the selfish shit. Like
Oh yeah, of course. Not
mil-
just for you.
yeah, random $1 million on my Cash App.
That would be fantastic.
These genocides to kind of stop randomly out of nowhere. It's, brand
Sending
new
party is Jesus Christ, but okay.
But yeah, just like the selfish shit. But yeah, nothing super outlandish that I would think. It's, everything that I want in my life is A, I like to feel like it's practical to work toward myself, and B, just don't feel like me getting it immediately would,
Fair.
yeah.
Yeah. Can I ask, have you looked at other religions?
Just to learn a little bit about their like initial claim, sure, but that's about it.
Right.
Yeah, like the baseline tenets of Islam, the baseline tenets of Hinduism, the baseline
Okay.
knowledge of Buddhism, Satanism, things like that.
So I guess
All right, Jesse, enough. Okay, enough.
maybe not even just in society, but with anything you have heard or learned or read or seen, what would you consider as a god?
I try to use the widely accepted definition. Something with intent, something with or at the very least a mind, or like some sort of intent behind his actions, and it has some sort of like, if not like creation power, then at least some causal power. Yeah, I would say that's like as baseline as it gets though. Jesse
That's
invaded the YouTubes. What's up, Jesse? How are you?
Would you say having a god would give us,
I see you, Quacks.
humans themselves, less purpose?
Having a god. What do you mean? Like having one available and proven to him, or just like being
belief in a god.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that would give humans themselves less reason to live? Like, would they be doing less with themselves if they put their faith in God to not putting their faith in God? Do you think they would live differently?
Depends on the person. Yeah, really it depends, A, on the person, and B, it depends on what the religion that they believe in teaches about an afterlife or the meaning that their God has ascribed onto them, for sure. But ultimately it depends on the person.
Have you ever tried to talk someone out of their religion, or at least debate them on it, at least?
No. I don't feel like it's my place. A lot of people do reach out to me who are deconstructing or who are, going through the process.
Right.
Who I mean, I'm floored by them thinking that I'm some sort of maybe not authority figure, but some resource that
No, you talk very well for yourself. I'm not gonna lie.
appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah, so having people that think that I'm some sort of obviously not authority, but like some sort of useful resource in their own deconstruction journey. They've come and asked questions, and they've like, I don't think this particular thing is right. What's your take on this? What's your take on this?
Like you don't feel the right to answer yourself, or
Oh no, if they ask direct questions about this thing doesn't make sense to me, what's your take on it? This doesn't
I
make sense
see.
to me, what's your
Okay,
take
yeah.
on it? I'll answer that. But insofar as like I believe in God, I want to believe in God, and I truly do. Talk me out of it. I'm not going to do that. But somebody who
Can I
wants,
ask why?
it's not my
Like
place.
if someone's asking you, like, this is what I've grown up with, this is what my parents have forced onto me. Show me why you feel this way.
I feel like it's not my place. I can give
Even
them
if they ask you?
because I can give them like resources and the resources that help me. Like look at the logical arguments, read the book itself front to back. Be
But
honest
that's
with
the
what it
thing, is
says.
nothing helped you, is you did it on your own, and
Yeah.
that's their biggest thought.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It just feels maybe not tacky, but I would feel weird in doing that. And so
Out of place, kind of.
out of place, yeah. Especially if somebody's actively saying, if I can this is kind of the reason why I do a lot of muting and blocking. I feel like I can tell people's intentions,
Right.
very early on, and so,
Yeah.
and if their intention from the looks of it is debate, I mean, we can go back and forth on the facts, sure, but if their intention is nothing you say to me is going to make me not believe in this thing, but just go over why you don't believe anyway, then, and that seems to be the case with a lot of people, as is their right.
Is that not just faith in itself?
How so?
I feel like if you have faith, then no matter what is said to you or proven to you, as long as you have faith, it doesn't matter. You still have faith.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because like they can believe in a God and they just want to hear your point. But I understand what you're meaning. There's no point in talking about it if they think that way. That makes sense.
Yeah. It's like
Okay, I see.
If their thing is no matter what you say to me, no matter what resource you give me, no matter how you contend my points, I'm going to believe this because I have faith in it, even if I can't logically or historically refute the things that you say. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah,
That's
done.
It's your life, and and I say all the time, like, we're the pilots of our own plane, and you're flying your plane, I'm flying mine, and we might cross paths or almost collide here and there, but there's no reason for me to
I want to crash.
Exactly. No reason for me to press your ejector seat, and so yeah, that's all that comes down to.
That's fair. Do you let me think here.
While you're thinking, I'll get to a comment. I don't know if you can sing or not, but I think you do well in voice acting or narrating books or podcasts here, and I appreciate that. Thank you. I'd probably have to do something that's a little less creative. I can't do like the singing and shit or like voice acting, but probably like narration or podcasting, probably. Some people are shallow, some are deep. Maybe your next life people. I'm sorry. I don't know. God is goodness, kindness, decency, caring. What's your problem? Is evil. Oh, he left. Big Snickers. Thank you for the conversation. Best one I've had in a while. Do you have an idea? What's your idea? What the hell? Oh, it says you left. I didn't kick you. You want to be let back up, or? Yeah, I didn't. If it was an accident, I got you. What's your idea, Quacks? Hugh, you can voice act the Christian skit as proof I felt something. Let's go. Hell yeah. Snoop's been getting more cray every comment. I see. Ascendotelo, I see. I'll wait for Snickers' response real quick, because I do want to. That was a brain scratching conversation right there. I love those to death. In my experience, if God is real, he certainly plays favorites. He sure does. You on board? Get one of those like paddle balls. You got the paddle balls over in Kazakhstan? With like the little ball, you knock it against the paddle. It's got like a string on it. Explain how LA happens, then Sydney water turns red. LA happens because of climate change and because of dry vegetation. You add a tic-tac-toe board and let us play? I think there is something like that on Streamlabs. I could probably do that. Yeah, I think that'll be fun. Matter of fact, I'm gonna join my Discord and remind me after stream. Please add a game. Okay, I got you. Yeah, I like a. I don't know if I could do it on TikTok, but I can definitely do it on YouTube and Twitch. Let me know. I guess Snickers is done. Yeah, appreciate the conversation. You know what? I'll wait on the guest. That was a lot. What do you mean by where's God at? Where's God? That's what I mean. Yeah, I'm out and tired as fuck. I'll be back later on. You won't be back because I won't be back. Appreciate you being here. I'm here. Oh yeah, you want to come back up or like is there a issue with your guest thingy? Because it was just randomly here and then you dropped. I wish that angel that visited me would visit you guys. Tell him to use a lube at least. Tell me a joke. All right, let me think of a joke real quick. Let me think of a joke real quick. How were you functioning after the earlier live as well? There was an earlier live? Oh, wait, you mean yesterday? Oh, I don't know. I had like a 4-hour nap. Can we talk to another person? That'll be fun. Yeah, we can do that for sure. If you read the Bible, then you know God don't listen to sinners. He ignores them. Firstly, there's no biblical precedent for that. But then secondly, I've read the Bible twice. So, I don't know. At least say something accurate if you're going to try to say something dismissive. We're going to bring you on up. And, oh. You clicked accept and it, knocked you down. Yeah, there is. Not quite. Not yesterday. Sarah's live. Oh, yeah. I mean, she was only live for like, what, an hour and a half, somewhere in there. I can mod for her and then, you know, do my own thing. Did you hear about the misogynist vegan? He was an alfalfa male. Okay, you know what? Okay, enough. Okay, enough. I requested up. All right, let's see if Big... Come on, let him up. Or is it an issue with... Why is my screen black now? Okay, there you are. There you are. Welcome back. Let's bring another...
What happened there?
Yeah, I don't know. That was weird. Higher Beans is great. What the heck? Higher Beans? Higher Beans?
How are they?
Maybe the like weed infused beans or something. I don't know. I'm gonna bring up CFIPS though, or CPH hips, CP hips. I don't know.
CP hips. Yeah. Oh,
Nope.
he's gone.
Is there an issue with the guest request, or why did he just drop immediately?
Big Bang Ocean Life.
Life doesn't come
CP.
from non-existent life. Oh, I had something to say to you too. Gosh damn it.
I wish.
All right. Who was next? Matt Nick was up here for a while. Ayana, I do see you. You're next.
Yeah, what's up?
What's up? How old are you for TikTok purposes?
28.
28.
Dang.
Sweet, same. All right, what's up? What do you want to talk about?
Well, your topic.
Okay, yeah. What's up? Where's God at?
So, okay. You want me to like make a premise?
Sure,
Give
go
me
for it.
everything.
Okay, so do you agree that everything is contingent?
Everything is contingent. No, I don't agree that everything is contingent.
Can you name me something that is not contingent?
The universe itself.
Well, sorry.
I'm gonna head on to sleep. Have a good rest of your night, Alma. Thank you for being here. Thanks for the gifts as usual. Appreciate you. No hetero.
The universe is expanding.
Yep.
That's a contingent.
Just because it's expanding doesn't mean it's not possible that it expands until there's, like, I subscribe to the cyclical hypothesis that the universe expands until there's too much space between particles for energy to pass. Wait. Okay, I gotta remove you. It says something about your like you're getting banned or something. Big Snickers. I had to remove you because they risk taking me down too. But yeah, anyway, yeah, I think that the universe is in like I subscribe to cyclical cosmology.
So, well, I can name other things. I mean, it's not like it's the only thing I can name. I mean, there's laws. It's contingent on laws.
I think the reason you're having, I'm so sorry. I hate to feel like I'm brushing you off has got to address this other dude. Yeah, I think TikTok's it said that you had themes of some other themes that they didn't like or something, so I think they might have banned your live access. So that's why I'm having trouble bringing you up. People are reporting me. Oh, that explains it. Fucking stupid. Fucking stupid. So stupid. All right, I'm back. But yeah, laws are contingent. What do you mean, like contingent on what though?
Well, okay. Do you know what contingent means?
Yeah, I know what contingent means.
It's like it needs something else to exist.
Correct.
So, how can the universe exist without laws? That's a contingent.
How can the laws themselves are contingent on the universe existing, or?
Well, yeah, the universe cannot exist
Oh
without
wait, one
the
second.
law.
I got a schizo in my chat. Bye bye. Take care. See you later. Take care. Ugh. Fuck out of here.
The universe cannot exist without the laws, without the quantum fluctuation. You know, I can name like a lot of things.
All right. See, the thing is, like, I don't subscribe to laws being anything than like a description of the universe itself, not some sort of metaphysical or woo-woo type deal that exists independent of the universe.
Okay, let's just say everything you can see on Earth. Let's focus on just on that. Is everything contingent?
Yeah, everything on Earth's contingent, sure.
What's your definition of contingent?
I already said it. The something. Can he be on there? Like you said, he was like getting.
I
back.
just joined.
Yeah,
Give me the answer, please.
Yeah, I already gave the answer.
If they take me down, it's whatever at this point. I'm at 4 days away from.
I just joined. Please give me the answer. What is it?
Something that doesn't have to exist. It just exists because of something else.
Okay, continue with your question.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess we can go to premise 2.
Really quickly, Hugh, where else can I follow you? I just gotta plug my shit real quick. I'm so sorry to keep interrupting. I'm not trying to derail you. But when TikTok is done with, you can follow me on YouTube. You can follow me on Twitch. You can follow me on Twitter /X, whatever you want to call it. You can follow me on Facebook. You can follow me on Instagram. When I meet the requirements to stream on all of them, I'll stream on 5 different platforms at once. And shit, even if TikTok doesn't get taken down, I'll still stream here too. So I guess that'll
You're
be
in
6.
America?
Yeah, I'm in America.
Oh, I apologize, man.
You Canadian?
Yep.
Oof, lucky. In this regard, sure. But yeah, you can follow me on those. And if you want to support the stream, then all that stuff's in my link tree as well. And my Discord server's in my link tree. So just click my bio. You'll find all of that there. Followed you on Twitter. Appreciate you. Thank you, Zeev. All right, yeah, but continue. Sorry.
Yeah, so if we agree that everything is contingent, then it creates like a chain of cause.
On the Earth, we never got past like the universe itself.
Well, technically we did, but you refused it. So.
I just subscribe to a different hypothesis than that can explain an eternally existing universe.
But how can the universe exist without laws?
I didn't say the universe can exist without laws. I said that the laws of the universe are simply a description of the way that it works, not that it's something that if you get what I'm saying. I'm not saying that that laws don't exist. I'm simply saying they're descriptive rather than prescriptive.
But if
we don't describe the universe, we got the laws from the universe itself.
Exactly.
If the laws didn't exist, there wouldn't be a universe, and we wouldn't.
Not a universe in the way that we know it. Correct.
Good point. We wouldn't get the laws from the universe itself.
Yeah. So
they are contingent on one another.
So they are what?
They are contingent on one another.
Sure.
Yeah, the laws are contingent on the universe itself existing. Yeah, we can agree on that. They
literally have to be.
I said on one another, so it goes both ways.
On one another.
Correct.
Like what laws are contingent on one another? What do you mean?
No, not the laws. I said the universe is contingent on laws, and laws is contingent on the universe.
I don't think the universe is contingent on the laws personally.
On the laws of the universe?
Sorry, you're both speaking.
You go for first.
What you just said is the universe is contingent on laws, and the laws are contingent on the universe. Yeah, so the universe is built on the laws of the universe. which
And
is
the
already
universe
there.
need the laws to exist.
So what's your point?
Yeah, so are we past this premise?
No, what's your point?
No, I wouldn't even go so far as to say what's your point. I think that the universe's laws in the way that they are only descriptive of the universe itself, and so it's not that they're contingent, like the universe is contingent on those laws, because it's entirely possible if the laws were different, then we just have a different looking universe or a different acting universe.
We
That's
wouldn't
really,
even be alive.
yeah, we wouldn't be alive. You know, it's entirely possible that another universe exists that can't support life, that has different laws in it, and that's whatever. And so I agree with the idea that the laws are contingent on the universe, because the universe is described through those laws, but I'm not saying that not the other way around. I don't agree with that part.
Okay, well, so we agree that even the universe is contingent.
What point are you trying to prove here?
I don't agree that the universe is
I
contingent.
cannot go to the next point if he doesn't agree with the universe being contingent.
Yeah, I don't agree with premise one. I don't think that I personally subscribe to a hypothesis where that can physically explain the universe being eternal. So I don't think the universe is contingent.
So besides that, what's your point?
It's the contingency argument. Everything has to come back to something that's non-contingent. That non-contingent thing is
that
God.
it? That's his whole point?
Yeah, it's one of Thomas Aquinas' five ways.
If everything will be contingent, it will create like an infinite regress.
Okay, yeah. So what if it's not then?
Well, it is. You just refuse that it is. So
we just explained how we felt.
I just
in our own way that it is. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you just refuse that it is.
I mean, it's not necessarily refusal. It's just coming to a different hypothesis than
look at it a bit differently.
The idea that the universe is contingent on anything outside of itself.
Mm-hmm. So I cannot go to my second premise. So
yeah, go ahead, please. I'm begging.
Well, yeah, the next premise is infinite regress. Do you accept that as an explanation of everything?
No.
Sorry?
I agree on P2 that there can't be an infinite set of causes in some sort of linear construct that could, that's dependent on the one before it and go back infinitely. I don't agree with that. No, that might sound weird when I literally just said I think the universe has always existed, but I subscribe to like a chronological 0 point type of deal where the present is all that chronologically exists.
Because it is.
Yeah. So how do you have a 0.0 without like a necessary being?
I don't see why a necessary being would be necessary to create a 0. Same way that you would have to agree that there is no something that has to be outside of God in order for it to exist as well, chronologically, or even in any sort of regard.
There you go.
It's always now and always here. Yeah, exactly. That's all I agree with. But yeah, with contingency argument, I disagree with P1. At least with cosmological argument, I disagree with P2. So you can get past the first point, but no, let's come to a different chronological and spatial hypothesis.
I barely heard a second point here.
Well, the second point is infinite regress.
Yeah, basically, how the argument goes is basically everything is contingent, including the universe. There cannot be an infinite set of causes to explain the cause before it. Therefore, there has to be some sort of non-contingent cause, and that cause is God. You can correct me if I'm wrong on that, but that's.
Yeah, I think it's missing a few points, but it's a good. But yeah, at least you like earlier I was talking with an atheist, and he started trying to debate like that rocks are not contingent, right?
Yeah, rocks are definitely contingent on.
Yeah. And I had to argue for 30 minutes that rocks are contingent.
So. Yeah, they definitely are. They're contingent on the formation of silicone and from the prior elements before it. Yeah, there's a lot of different reasons I think that rocks are, but just not the universal construct itself. That's where the train stops with me.
Yeah, that's where we would disagree. So we didn't get too far.
Yeah, fair. No, fair is fair.
Yeah, it's all right. Well, you can get me down.
All right, sounds good. But appreciate you coming up. Have a good rest of your night, man.
Yeah, you too, man.
Take care.
That was terrifyingly peaceful.
Yeah, a lot of people, weirdly enough, that argue for the the contingency argument are a lot less concise and intentional. He
I
was.
guess.
Yeah, he was definitely one of the better ones. I disagree with his premises, but that's not an indictment of his character at all.
That's fair. Yeah.
Wonder what Christians will do in 20 years when quantum computers can create real AI. Everything's just beans. Everything is not just beans, Jesse.
I feel like AI is going to be turned into a holographic Jesus.
Oh man, I feel like I don't know where it's gonna go.
By the way, that was a joke. I have no idea.
No, you're. The thing is, like, I hate talking about AI because it creeps me out so much. It's like,
right?
Even right now, it's not super advanced. Like, you can still detect what's AI, what isn't.
But it's pretty advanced. Like my mom cannot detect AI at all.
Yeah,
she has no idea.
Why are you an atheist now? Just a lack of evidence for the existence of a God figure. That's why I'm an atheist. Yeah, it's weird. Did you see that one video? These like old folks, and they were watching like this very clearly AI generated like waterfall type video, and they were just like, "Oh, where is that? I want a vacation." Or like, "It's not
so
real."
Beautiful.
Yeah, and they were sitting there trying to look it up. I'm just like, "There's no fucking way," and it's not their fault.
I got a text from my grandma of this AI video of cats washing dishes.
Oh, jeez.
And my grandma said, if you could teach your cat how to do this, that would be awesome. And I said, Grandma,
the crystal mug. How did they expect the crystal mug to actually look like that? It was. Do you know about the crystal mug issue on TikTok Shop?
I have, yeah.
Yeah, it was. It looks so. I mean, it was so clearly, obviously AI. I don't know why anybody bought one. Did no one watch Terminator?
Bought anything at all is crazy.
Yeah, they're buying fucking seafood boils on TikTok Shop, and goddamn. I buy shirts and snacks, but that's about it. I'm embarrassing myself for not recognizing AI images sometimes. Sometimes they're pretty good, but yeah, put it in video, and that's where things get a little more.
Especially do you remember the last like Will? What's his name? He slapped Chris. What's his name?
Will Smith, Chris Rock.
Will Smith. He was eating spaghetti, and those AI videos, and they were absolutely terrible.
Oh,
and it looked like he was just eating his fork. And then a year later, the next AI video is like the most perfect complexion of Will Smith, and he's like, every single scene in that video is perfect. They're doing so much better now. It's absurd.
And it's only going to get better and better and better.
Oh, it's scary.
I'm gonna go to bed because I have to wake up in 3 hours. Good night, y'all. This is don't go to bed. All right. My hands are up. All right. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Okay. Good. Hands off the bed. Okay.
I'm right here.
Have a good rest of your night. AI will be better. Humans will be better humans than humans are. I'm inclined to agree for sure. No purpose without God. I do agree that there's no objective purpose, but that doesn't mean you're not allowed to make some sort of subjective purpose for your own life. I wouldn't be so scared of. I'd give myself more credit if I were you. Who was that said that? Hardy Fi or Hardy?
Why would you want to follow someone else before yourself?
Yeah, basically, it's like
that's terrifying.
It's like a slave getting freed, and you're like, well,
exactly.
without a master, who will I serve? It's like, who says you have to give yourself some credit? You don't have to serve anybody. You know, you don't have to have somebody outside of yourself to tell you what your purpose is. Fly your plane, man. You know, just don't fly it into the.
By the way,
into two buildings.
I'm atheist as well. I was just playing devil's advocate, FYI.
I see. Yeah. Even still, it was even if you were a Christian, it was a very refreshing conversation for sure.
Yeah, no, I was trying to find the hardest question to ask. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it was
but
it was a brain scratcher of a conversation.
No matter what was answered, I am still strongly on the atheism side.
Yeah, same. Night, Hugh. Have a good rest of your night, Renji.
Yeah, you guys too. Okay,
appreciate you. Hugh. Jesse, what song is that even supposed to be? What song is that supposed to be, though? I saw a crazy AI video of Wolverine and Deadpool kissing, and I just wanted to let y'all know, be aware. I'll be aware for this video. Matter of fact, send it to me so I can make sure to, look out and not have it. Oh, you're gone. But yeah, take care. Big Snickers. And thank you for the 14 roses and the 3 roses and the 3 roses and the 5 roses and the 6 roses. Appreciate it. Who are you? Who? I never heard that song. Never heard it. No guess. No YouTube comments. No bitches. She's sleeping. Don't matter. Yeah, we cooked. It's over with. Jesus loves you. I don't know what you want me to do with that. Like, okay, thanks. Appreciate it. Tell him to love me a little bit less. Really? No. I haven't heard it. Who are you? Who? Hugh are Hugh. Hugh. I always feel so stupid reading it. Iron Man loves you. Iron Man did sacrifice himself for mankind. Similar to Jesus, except, you know, I actually saw it. It's Who Are You by The Who. Okay. I like Who Can It Be Now by Men at Work. That's a good song. You should become a singer. You have talent. No, absolutely not. I can only do like maybe really low register songs, and that's about it. Praise Iron Man. Praise be his metal glory, for sure. They said I'm going home in 2 days. Let's fucking go, baby. Yeah. 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 Let's get another goal going, I guess. I don't know. I like The Who. That better not be a joke, Grenangle. How do you pronounce that? Grenangle? Green Angle? Green Angel? Kurt Angle? I don't know. Be a voice actor though. If it's like, if the character needs any sort of expression, I wouldn't be convincing. You sound like the guy with viral audios on TikTok. Which one? You are the only exception. Okay, enough. Who are some of your favorite singers? Right now, my most listened to last year was Amira Elfiki. She's like a Deftones, Evanescence sort of vibe going on there. Pretty goth-ish. Makes some really good songs. I love all of her songs for sure. But favorite singers, Kurt Cobain is up there. Dina, thank you for that W. Don't send me gifts while you're in the hospital. Appreciate it though. But yeah, Kurt Cobain is up there. Alicia Creedy, she does TikToks and shit, but she's really good. Solely for her vocal range and not for who she is as a person, because she's kind of a shitty person, but damn good singer. Ariana Grande. Dina, thank you for the 3 more W's. Appreciate it. Billie Eilish is up there. I don't know. There's a lot. There's a whole lot. Favorite meme of January 2025. I don't know. It's too early to call. So I better find your YouTube. Yeah, just it's in my link tree and it's in my bio. Click the old bio ski. It should see my link tree. It's got everything you need in there. It's got my YouTube, it's got my Twitch, it's got my Facebook, it's got my Twitter, it's got my Instagram, it's got my TikTok, even though, you know, I won't be using TikTok after the next 4 days. For me, it's 4 days. For everybody else, it's 6. We still saying bye? We're still saying bye. Oh wait, no, I'm not. Oh no, there's somebody else that was saying bye beforehand. I was saying bye to them. I'm wrapping up now, but yeah, somebody else was saying bye. Why do y'all want me to say that so much? America, yeah. Yeah, for me, the reason I won't be using it past the 17th, or at least won't be streaming past the 17th, is because I use Live Studio, which is like their OBS, if you know what OBS is, or like an open broadcaster software for your PC. And they renew your access to it every 6 months. You have to use it, I think, like twice for a few hours, or maybe like a few times for a few hours through that 6-month period. And if you do, obviously I've used way more, but they renew it. And for me, after you meet the requirements, they tell you you've met the requirements, and so we're going to renew it after the 180 days is over. For me, they're not telling me that they're going to renew it, so I don't think they're going to renew it because I'm American, which is fair, but you know, I miss all you seppos on here. It won't be the same without you, right? All my favorite editors will be gone when the Americans go. Yeah, it's actually gonna suck for the rest of y'all. Capital of Armenia is Yerevan. Yerevan is the capital of Armenia. Let them alone. They are blind guides, and to blind lead the blind. Both will fall into a pit. So now that I've given you your attention, Eastside Viral, you can go ahead and get out of here, right? Surely you're gonna leave now, cause you know, gave you your attention. When TikTok goes, I'll miss my Chinese spy. Yeah. You know what? I don't know. It's gonna be really unfortunate. I'll be really sad about it. I'll still be able to access it on a VPN, I guess, but she'll just, that's too much work, honestly. Heard all Americans are moving to this app called Red Notes now. It's Chinese. Why would I do that? I get to keep my Chinese spy. Let's go. Honestly, you can move really anywhere and have a Chinese spy. I mean, look at where the money comes from, and I can guarantee you there's gonna be some yuan up in there. Race Catholic, now pagan. Best choice I made. Hell yeah, my man. W. Hell yeah. Hello, what's up? Just another stoner. W name. I'm not touching Red Notes with a 10-foot pole. I never even heard of it, honestly. Favorite cat breed? Cat? I don't know. I don't know the different cat breeds. Unless you're talking about like the big cats, in which case, house cats, I guess. I don't know. Atheist will totally own TikTok next week. Oh yeah, yeah. If they say I can't stream on PC, that's just it for me. Because I refuse to stream from my phone. I feel like it's I don't know. My mic's not good enough. My case on my phone is starting to disintegrate. You're not an ex-Christian? Am I still a Christian or was I never a Christian? Because y'all can't seem to make y'all mind up. Apparently VPN won't work if the USA servers actually do go dark. Oh, we're cooked then. It's over with. Heard you were looking for God. Well, here I am. How can I help you? Can you give me $5,000 on Cash App? Give me $5,000 on Cash App. You're not an ex-Christian? That's not what I asked. That's not what I asked. Which is it? You were never a Christian. Okay, got you. We're going the original route. Yeah. So why do you think I was never a Christian? Why do you think I was never a Christian? Have you ever played D&D? Nah. I don't think I'd be too good at it. Well, not good, but like, I don't think it'd interest me. I'm barely affording food myself. Yeah, exactly. Prices near me are actually stupid. I can't wait to move out of this country altogether, honestly. It's just, yeah, I can prove God. Do it in the DMs or next time I go live. I'm winding down right about now. We're in the last few minutes. Where will you move to? Oh, I want to move to the Philippines, for sure. You know, better prices, better weather, better ingredients, Papa John's. 7070.7, thank you for the follow, appreciate it. Or is it 7070.7? Or is it 7070 and 7/10? I don't know, but thank you for the follow nonetheless. All there, don't care, thank you for the follow. Move to Germany? No. If I'm gonna move out of this country, it's gotta have the same it's gotta have a different way of life than this country. And Germany's on the downturn too. We have good cats here, I promise. Just send one to me in a kennel over like really expensive airplane. You know, that's about it. Yeah, I don't wanna. Definitely the Philippines is top of the list. They speak English for the most part. The people there are fucking amazing. Really amazing people. Really fun-loving, really kind people, for sure. The weather's a lot better than where I currently live. Prices are they're not pricing you into oblivion. A lot of beaches. Yeah, it's definitely. I'm stuck between Thailand and Vietnam. I'd personally choose Thailand, but that's just me. You know, I don't want to move to anywhere that's a unitary one-party socialist republic. So Vietnam's off the list, China's off the list, Laos is off the list, obviously, and Cuba's off the list. And obviously North Korea's off the list, but technically they're not a unitary one-party socialist republic, just a one-party socialist republic, not unitary. They're too good at catfishing. They don't need to catfish. They're all beautiful anyway. God loves you. Just came in to say that. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Louise. Thanks for letting me know. I feel so warm inside now. Thank you. Thank you so much. If the Christian God exists, would you worship him? Most likely not. No. Unless we can get past the moral issues in the Bible, then sure. But other than that, no. Here you can have fine for a curse word. Grand Dang, where are you from? Speaking of which, while we're here and while we're winding down, can you try to pronounce Katze? I don't know. Speaking of countries, I know the capital of every single country on the planet. Y'all can quiz me if you want to, because I'm only going to be live for a few more minutes. So, ex-Christian, what denomination? I was a Baptist for 16 years and an apostolic for 2 years. Trench coat button to the top. I don't know. Do you know any other languages? I'm kind of learning Tagalog a little bit, but that's about it. Capital of Jamaica is Kingston. Ich esse Brot. I don't know. Are you atheist because of Christianity? I'm atheist because of the lack of evidence for any religions being true. You never had a single prayer answered. Nothing that was so unlikely or impossible that it would make me think there was a supernatural cause for it. Why are you certain God doesn't exist? I'm certain that the Christian God doesn't exist because of contradictions in its nature. About other gods, so I'm not entirely sure. Did you baptize? Did you preach? Because I was baptized. I remember the exact date. It was October 2nd, 2011. I was baptized. Can you try to pronounce Fischbroten? I don't know. Is that one sandwich that has like pickled fish and pickles and pickled onions and shit on it? I don't know. What's your standard for morality? For my particular standard, it's do as little unjustified harm as possible within reason. What contradictions? How you can be separated from him, but also that he's omnipresent. How he's outside of space and time, but also omnipresent. And also there's like the omnipotence paradox and Cantor's theorem disproving the idea of omniscience. Australia's capital can be tricky for some. It's Canberra. No, Australia's capital. A lot of people think it's Sydney because it's a big city. Do you believe Jesus was a real person who walked the earth? I couldn't tell you honestly. The evidence for him either not existing or existing as just like a regular person is up in the air. Capital of Alofi? 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 Your German is +1, very German. Sounds very sad, but that's the point. Okay, hell yeah. Can you say, I'm not gonna, what the hell? Kanagatandero Magandak Taren Yisdan? I don't know, dude. I can point to a book for my morals personally. Morals don't work like that. I couldn't either personally. Capital of Croatia is Zagreb. Oh, New. I don't know New's capital, but technically it's not a country, so I don't know. That's the longest Kazakh word. Hell yeah. What's your basis for harm being immoral? My basis for harm being immoral. What's my basis for harm being immoral? I mean, there's some good harms. So I wouldn't say that there's, since the premise isn't that concrete, it's not necessarily a question I feel like needs to be answered. Because, like, I think there's some good forms of harm and also some justified forms of harm. Favorite country you've ever visited? I haven't visited anywhere outside the U.S. I want to go to every single country, though. What's the capital of Sugonmai? What's Sugonmai? I never heard of that. What's Sugonmai? Kyrgyzstan, the capital is Bishkek. Atheists don't have epistemic justification for ethics. Neither do Christians. You know, because if your God changes his mind, which he can do because he's all powerful, then, you know, your ethics change too. Even North Korea. Yeah, I would love to go to North Korea if they allowed Americans. I can't make the joke. What joke? I don't know what Sogomai is. Moldova, Chisinau. Capital of Austria is Vienna. So you can't justify your standard of morality? No, you asked me to justify why harm is immoral. Not my standard for morality. You know, even when you ask for my standard, I said to give as little to cause as little unjustified harm as possible. Can I join? I'm almost done. Capital of East Timor is Dili, by the way. Dili. Have you ever heard of TAG? I've heard of it. It doesn't get off the ground to substantiating why logic needs to be grounded outside of itself. Can you say? I'm not even gonna try to say that shit. Hell no. It's Jesse. It's just not happening. I hate the sandbag here, but that is just not gonna happen. I don't know what the fuck you just typed. Telekaliki Maka is that? No, I'm gonna stop. Random question, but do you know Brett Cooper? If so, what do you think of her? I don't know who Brett Cooper is. Tajikistan, Dushanbe? I don't know how to pronounce it, but Dushanbe. Dushanbe? I don't know. Your standard is not doing harm. If you're just going to intentionally misrepresent what I say, I don't know what to tell you. Because the word I used was justify. And the fact that you keep conveniently glossing over the word justify, it means that you're, trying to just stick to your script. It's actually a city here in New Zealand. GG to all the sheep that live there. Anav, thank you for the follow. Can you karaoke like a Filipino? Absolutely not. Maybe if I'm in my room by myself, sure. You know Blair White, though? I do know her. And we disagree politically for sure. Swalatin? What is that? Bro, still here and never left. I'm still winding down. I got like 2 more minutes left. I was gonna say, like normally, like last 15 minutes, I just get back to chat because I, miss them. Hurting people is bad because causing pain is bad because it causes discomfort. But I just say like, oh, why is discomfort bad? Or try to really sandbag philosophically, and then be like, you didn't push it back to a god, therefore you have no justification. All right, let me go get you on out of here. Skadoosh, take care. Don't like dishonest people. Get out of my chat. So you think the world was created? I think that the universe has always existed, and I think the world, explained through protoplanetary disks and gravity. 16194, thank you for the follow. Eswatini's capital is Mbabane? Mbabane? How do Kiwis find sheep in long grass? Just great. Okay, you know what? Grenangle, what's your last words, man? What's your last words? Last words, dude. Favorite planet you like to visit? For me, it's Mars. Mars sounds chill. If I could survive on any planet, I want to go to... If it's any planet, I want to go to the one where it's like rains glass sideways. I believe there's major philosophical problems with the eternal universe. It doesn't matter if there's philosophical issues, just if there's like scientific issues or chronological issues. Are you upset? Yep. After that joke, it's over with. It's GG for you. Yep. Everybody say goodnight to Grenade. I'm not gonna mute you. Not even gonna pretend to. But that's it. That's it for this stream. That'll do it. God's omnipresence doesn't mean he is contained within space, but he's causally present in all points of space and time. It sounds like you're adding to the Bible. That's what that sounds like to me. Like you're just adding to the Bible so you can have your cake and eat it too. SQ001, thank you for the follow. I have to visit Neptune. Neptune seems chill. What's this live about, TBH? Nothing now, because it's about to end. Stop ignoring me on Discord, dog. I don't even have Discord pulled up right now. I'm ignoring everybody on Discord. All right, last little self-promotion. For everybody on TikTok, I won't be able to stream on it after the 17th, so in 4 days. So subscribe to the YouTube, follow the Twitch, follow the Facebook. God damn it. Belarus's capital is Minsk, by the way. Minsk. Tina Koe? What does that mean? But yeah, follow the Facebook if you have it. All right, I probably don't want y'all personal information out there. That's understandable. I forget Facebook's a lot more personal than these other apps. But anyway, if you want to follow the Facebook, follow the Twitter, follow the Instagram. Capital of Oman is Muscat. Yeah, follow those things. I'm going to be streaming on those things. Good night. Try the tofu. I hate tofu. Capital of the Maldives is Malay, and the capital of Algeria is Algiers. Means hello, I see you. Hell yeah. The Big Bang is widely accepted as the beginning of the universe. No, it isn't. It's just the expansion point of pre-existent matter and energy. All right, but I'll see y'all. Oh, God damn it. Why do I keep getting roped in? Tofu's fire. Not for me. Myanmar's capital is Naypyidaw, or however you pronounce it. When does it say he's contained by time? When doesn't it? If y'all are going to, like, the Bible does say that God is in all things, everywhere, throughout all of his creation. I could even pull up those verses on the next stream, because this one's ending, right? And stop asking me capitals, because it's about to end, right? But that whole outside of time, outside of space shit, it's like some modern religious shit that y'all made up to, try to logically explain why we can't account for God. But yeah, I'm not going to buy you X Premium. All right, see y'all later. Have a good one. Follow the Twitch, follow the YouTube, follow the Facebook, follow the Twitter, follow the Instagram. Follow the TikTok too, just in case we do get to keep it past the 19th. If you want to support the stream, oh wait, no, I'll get to that after. Join the Discord. It tells you when I go live. Unless you, if you opt into it. If you don't, then what's the point? That's where I hang out outside of this, by the way. Also, if you want to support the stream, you can send text to speech during the stream. Send either me your $1 or Crisis Text Line $1, and it comes with text to speech if you want to troll or whatever. Cash App's in the bio, Venmo's in the bio, crypto addresses are in the bio. If I'm ever live when one of the restaurants near me is open, you can send a pizza or something during the stream, and also my wish list is in my bio. So yeah, take care. See y'all later. Peace out. Have a good one. Let's go ahead and end it over here, and let's end it over here.